everybody. My name is Paul.
And my name's Clayton.
And you're listening to the Beyond the Pool List podcast.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, we got some big stuff this week.
This is a huge week.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm tired of reading Venom. I've had a whole week of reading slop. And like
Here's your slop, piggy.
Yeah, you said that to me earlier. Being a good little piggy and eating my Marvel slop is what I've been doing all week. I'm tired, Clayton. Tired.
It's okay. We got some good stuff though, so that might.
We have a balance. We have a balance. Okay. We've got Absolute Batman 23, which is our introduction to Mr. Clayface himself.
Yes, perfect timing.
Perfect timing. We've got Transformers 35 on your pull list.
It was also really great this week.
Yeah, we have Absolute Superman on your pull list. And then we've got my pull list is very long. Queen in Black, Null, Venom 259 and 260, Venom Unchained, which hopefully will be something good, and then I dove into the indie pile like you suggested.
All right,
yeah,
you're growing up.
Horrors of Godzilla.
Okay, almost indie.
It is indie. It's all by itself. Marvel doesn't own that. It says like 3 cuss words in it. Wow. Marvel will never put cuss words in their book. And then we have some insane Marvel news that has just dropped about casting for the X-Men and and a new trailer for Doomsday.
That was actually good.
It was okay. Better. It's definitely not worth kneeling in front of a giant cardboard cutout for.
Oh, that's because there's 5 Galactuses, right, Paul?
Yeah. There's 5 Galactuses in this movie, right? We'll get into more of that.
Yeah,
and then also, I said I was going to do it, but I probably shouldn't have done it. I have a Queen in Black blind bag that I'm going to be opening when we talk about Queen in Black. I was going to save it for the end of the episode, and I guess that's why I'm mentioning it at the end of all of our stuff. Yeah. But you suggested me not do it, so I'm going to be a good
I say do it with the rest of your Queen in Black stuff.
So we'll do it then.
No clickbait here.
Yeah. Stay to the end of the video to get your Queen in Black blind bag. I'm definitely not going to pull a sketch. I can tell you that much.
Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom, Venomized sketch.
It's Venom, Mary Jane, but it's just like a stick figure with hair and a tongue. I'd be so disappointed.
It's like the $1 million variant.
Yeah, I don't hate this book anymore. They'd have to give me $1 million to do that. Actually, I don't even know if they. No, I'd still. No, this book sucks. But before we get started, Clayton, take this.
So we have a few people we really want to shout out this episode. And first, I want to say, because it's sitting here right on this table with us.
Yes.
I want to shout out Logan. He is a listener.
Hello, Logan.
And thank you, Logan, for listening. And he has been so gracious, not only to be drawing. He works at a local Starbucks, and he draws characters on my wife's coffees.
Yep.
And he's done Superman. He did Absolute Batman today,
which is really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
And then he has also done a Venom for you.
I know. You told me that, and I was like, I gotta go by. Yeah. I don't go in that part of town very much, but I will be swinging by. So Logan, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay.
All right.
Logan, listen to me. I'm gonna come by, and this is gonna be proof if you've listened to this episode or not. And all I'm gonna say is, "What's up?" That's all I'm gonna say. And if like you don't recognize me, then we'll just never know. I'm just gonna be like, "What's up?" That's it. And I hope it's just gonna be some random person, like when he's not working.
Yeah.
What's up? You're gonna be like, "Oh, are you from Beyond the Pool List? Are you Paul?" What's up? That's all you're gonna get out of me.
You should reach over, touch his shoulder, and say, "Hey."
Hey.
But I want to shout Logan out in particular.
Yes.
Because today when I stopped by, he had something for me.
He got you a gift.
He got me a gift. Holy cow. I'm like still flabbergasted.
Yeah.
And he got me a Blokees G1 Optimus Prime. I spent all day putting it together. I made a deal with my wife, and we had to clean the apartment where we live for Paul to come over and to record.
Right, because I'm such a special guest.
You are. And so we made a deal.
Yeah.
That if I could finish building the Blokees Optimus Prime, that I would clean the entire house.
Right. Yeah. That was
she said, okay. So I built it. He's awesome. He lights up.
I'm jealous.
Everything. Like, it is so he looks so good.
Yeah.
Like I like all throughout the day cleaning, I've just gone back in there and like made him light up and just looked at him and was like, just waved at my wife and went back to cleaning.
Look, hey Gabriella, look at this. I love these Blokees figures.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty cool. They're doing an absolute Batman.
He sent me that. It
So
was really cool.
I'm gonna try to get it, and then I can't decide if I want the Spider-Man Brand New Day or not,
Okay.
but maybe
Okay.
because I don't like any of the other Brand New Day figures except for the SH Fig Arts, but that's like $100 billion.
Yeah.
It's not $100 billion. The
I
Hot
figured.
Toys is but that's $100 billion.
But Logan, he collects figures. He's getting into comics, and he's actually started reading Absolute Batman because of us.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's hey,
So
catch up.
yeah.
That's all I gotta say. I hear that you don't catch up. I'm just as bad. I caught up on all my Venom stuff this week. So
Yeah, you do have a huge stack.
it's bad. It's so bad. I sat down and I was like, all right, here's what all I got to talk about. And you went, oh.
So we also want to shout out another listener that we've mentioned several times, Abdullah.
Abdullah. Hello,
Yes.
Abdullah. We love you.
Yes, we love you and we thank you for listening.
Yeah.
It really means a lot.
And I want to really take a moment to shout out all of our fans because like for those of you who don't know, we started this podcast just as a way to talk about comics. Like we genuinely did not like this was not a planned thing, and like we sat and literally planned. We figured everything out in like a day.
Yeah.
Like we planned our thing. We planned our like how we were gonna do it
Over the phone.
over the phone. I was just like, hey, we should start a podcast. And you're like, what if we did this? And I'm like, that sounds cool. And then like we make it this, and literally over the span of like a week is when the whole thing was built.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for you guys, you know, messaging us and keeping us updated, it really feels nice to have fans, and it feels nice to come on here. And, you know, we're doing this for each other, like just as a way for us to spend time together. But like now we're doing it for a bigger purpose. Like it's growing into something bigger. And being able to come on here to know that this is for the fans means a lot.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening, and thank you
Yes.
for donating your time and your, you know, you could be doing whatever else in the world,
You could
and
be
you're
building a Blokees Optimus Prime.
you could be building a Blokees Optimus Prime. You could be reading Queen in Black.
Well,
Actually, a podcast of me just farting for an hour would probably be way better than Queen in Black, honestly. Hello, I'm Paul. Welcome to my farting podcast. Yeah, this is that for an hour. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spread farts throughout this episode.
no, you're not. No, you're not. Because we will. Everybody we have thanked will leave.
I'm gonna you're gonna listen to this episode, and randomly you're just gonna hear a and then just I'm just gonna scatter those out. So there you go.
No. Anyways.
Wait till you listen to this. It's
No.
gonna be bad. Wait.
But yes, we do thank everybody listening. Like, it's mind blowing. Like it's again, like Paul said, we did this just to hang out and just to goof off. And if like one person listens, okay, great.
Yeah.
Like somebody's out there in Minnesota listening to us. Or
Yeah,
something.
we have people all over the world listening to us,
Yeah.
and that's just like really according to Spotify, or according to whatever it is we use.
Everything. Yeah.
So we just want to say thank you to all of you who listen. It means the world to us, and we hope that you continue to listen.
Yes, and just one quick note again on that. If you want to send us a message, you do that at Comic Nation 1776 on Instagram.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Comment, of course, on the video or wherever you're listening to podcasts. Or we have an email that we forgot to mention last time.
Oh, yeah, we do. have an
Beyond
email.
the Pull List at gmail.com.
Yep, beyondthepullist@gmail.com. Just reach out to us, and we might even read your emails on the show.
We
So
might.
we're going to try this to see if this is cool and this is fun.
Yeah.
Just don't be mean. I'll cry.
Yeah.
Don't make me cry. Also, wait, I want to say too, I I really appreciate, because when people do send us emails or messages or comments like on posts, me and Clayton will call and we'll talk about them for like a while, and for like 2 hours of our day we'll just be on the phone talking about comments and what people have said, and it means the world to me that people are happy about my Venom rants.
Yeah.
I was very insecure about how much I vent about Venom all the time. I'm always hating on this book, and I'm like, these people are probably so tired of this, and people are like, nah, Paul, we love it, keep it up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
I'll keep doing
All
it.
right, here we go. Just wait today. But thank you guys so much for all that you do. But we got some stuff to get into.
We do. So let's get right into it, Paul.
Okay, all righty, all right. So, Absolute Batman came out this last week.
Absolute Batman 23.
Yes, and this issue is a wild one. Is it a we're back issue? Do you say that we're back?
All right, I'll admit it, because last time we talked about Absolute Batman, I said that one issue 22 was on the pull list. It was not beyond the pull list.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this a dip in quality? I was concerned. And then I read this one.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, we're back.
Oh man.
We are back.
Yeah.
I took a picture of it and sent it to you, and I said, we are so back.
You did. This is a big I think again, like we were a little bit down on the last issue, but I personally think that I think it's a part of the story that had to be told.
Yeah.
Now, does that show up a lot in this issue? Not really, but I'm sure we'll see it in the future still.
Yeah.
But this is pretty cool, and this is a great way to introduce a character in a different way. This is a very different introduction to a character that's new. And
it's a twist. There's a twist in here that changes Batman lore from what we've seen before.
Yes.
There is something similar, but we'll have to get to that as we continue to review here.
Right.
Do we want to just jump right in and break down the issue, or is there anything else you want to say?
I say let's just go right in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, we open up, and I'll admit, this first page, I thought, oh gosh, we're just going to have a lot more talking, a lot more, blah, 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 blah. Well, anyways, it is Alfred, and he is speaking with his daughter.
Yep.
And
which is weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember Alfred ever having a daughter.
He does, but she doesn't like talking to him. That was like the first panel in the first issue. He gets a call from his daughter, and she's like,
oh,
I don't have anything to do with you. So it's weird that they're talking, and it's like, fine. I don't know. I'm very like, I have red flags going up all over the place while reading this, because not like comic book red, like something is going on. Like, Scarecrow might be doing some bad things.
Interesting.
Question mark. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate on that, or you want to just leave it at that?
I think that maybe...
Because we're in spoiler territory now. Like,
yeah,
if
we are
you're
in
listening to this point, you are.
I'll tell you what. Let's go through the issue.
Okay,
and then I'll talk, because it's kind of a whole issue thing.
Okay,
it's not just a yeah.
Okay, so they're talking, and they are kind of going back and forth. Alfred is saying essentially, hey, I'm going to stay. I'm not going to go back to London. I'm staying here in Gotham. There's something I got to take care of. Yeah. There's an operative here with things, and I hope you know that everything I've ever done, I've done for you. I've done for your mom. I've done for the country. Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Well, she's saying, well, there's two lessons that I've learned my whole life seeing you work as an operative. And that's spread out throughout the whole issue. What her two lessons are that she has learned from Alfred being her father. But you don't get that right off the bat. In fact, you turn the page and you get to see a naked Nightwing. Or a naked Robin.
Yeah.
A naked... I'm not going to make that joke.
What? Joker naked?
No. You see Dick Grayson.
So you saw a naked dick on the next page.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but you filled in the words for me.
Well, I mean, we're talking about Dick Grayson naked.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
Like, it's no different than saying a naked Bruce. It's a naked dick. We're 5 years old.
Yeah. But you see him, and he's with the rest of the Robins. He's kind of gotten out of the shower, and he's saying, like, hey, you guys want to go hang out? I know we've got like a regimented diet and workout plan, but let's say screw it, and we go eat pizza. And nobody wants to. They all want to stay there, and they're talking about, like, the voters.
Yeah.
And Dick is just out of the loop. He's like, what are you guys talking about votes? Like, who cares? And because somebody said that you're the least favorite Robin, and... Well, anyways, there is like a poll going up about Gotham's favorite Robin. And different people are voting based on the Robin's personalities. Each one, like Stephanie is dark and mysterious.
Yeah.
Duke's the strong, silent type. Jason is the bad boy. And Tim Drake says, I'm me and you're... You'll get there, maybe.
Yeah.
But they say that Tim Drake is the heartthrob of the team. He's
Yeah.
smart, sweet, and stylish, and he's just, being a little punk.
Yeah.
He was like a 10-year-old kid who thinks
Yeah.
he's the best of everybody.
Right.
Jason is going back out on patrol, and nobody else wants to, but he calls them all weak.
Yeah.
And that he's going to basically track down Batman on his own. The best way to help Gotham, because that's what Dick brings up. Is like, hey, our whole purpose of being Robin is to bring a brighter future to Gotham.
Right.
Dick and Jason disagrees, saying the best way to bring a brighter future is to hunt down Batman. And Slade thinks so too. So I'm going. And, they kind of go back and forth there. But the first truth that Alfred's daughter has learned is when you're fighting in service of powerful people, they're all phantom enemies.
Yeah.
And so they talk back and forth. You see, not Harvey Dent, Harvey Bullock. You see him go to Barbara Gordon's apartment, and he's kind of checking in and saying, "Hey, if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Your father was my best friend." And she's like, "Then look into the murder. Look into his murder." Well, I can't do that. You can't, or you won't.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really say anything. And she's like, "All right, then close the door and get out." And this line I thought was cold. She said, "Please don't. I've got no more room in here for empty gestures." And the room is surrounded by like flowers people have brought her.
Yeah.
But I also love her apartment setup because it's got all these flowers and in her like apartment. And the only other thing she's got is a bench press.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, no wonder she's getting beat up. Because
she's ready.
Like we said in the last episode when we saw her, she's just drinking the creatine.
Yeah.
Just eating it.
She's eating raw protein powder. Just
working out.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like just taking spoonfuls.
And then you also see Harley pick up from the last issue. This is the only really tie-in to the last issue.
Yes.
And one of the Red Hoods say, "Hey, is everything good?" She's saying, "We're not working with Batman. The Red Hoods are done with Batman. We're moving on."
Yeah.
So we cut back to Alfred, and he says, "What's this? All right, I'm listening. What's your second truth that you have learned?" She said, "When you swing at phantoms, you often end up hitting the people closest to you instead."
Yeah.
Well, this ties in to Bruce's story.
Yes.
Which is a beautiful splash page, again, of him when he was being Falcone's enforcer as the Bat. But we go to see Bruce, and you just see him making a conspiracy board, like Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
The
He's
meme
literally
where
like, he's like, "I'm telling y'all that this is what's happening, and Scarecrow's behind all of it. It's not Scarecrow, it's Jack Grimm. I'm telling you." And they're like, "Bruce, you need to cool it." And he's like, "No, you're wrong."
But you see his friends show up. And I think this, I don't know why, but Harvey with a man bun, I think looks so cool.
I do too. No,
Like,
I dig it, actually.
Much better than having it draped down his face.
Yeah.
Personally. Yeah. Which makes me want to grow a man bun. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I could throw mine,
You
like
could?
I've done it before. I do it while
Yeah.
I'm cooking, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
It's the only way I can cook and see.
how we have a hash brown casserole. If that's what makes it work,
Yeah,
then that's
it's
what makes
the
it
hair.
work.
You gotta put the hair in a bun for the nice hash brown casserole. I gotta make that for you guys again. I'm so sorry.
It's so good.
It is good.
I can't stress to the people listening enough, like, top 5 best things I've ever ate in my whole life.
Nuh-uh.
It's
Shut
so
up.
good.
You're
No,
lying.
I'm dead
You're
serious.
lying.
It is so good. I look forward to it every Friendsgiving.
It's coming.
More than
It's
just
coming.
seeing anybody.
You might- I don't even want to see Paul. I just want the freaking hash brown casserole. That's all I want.
I'm kidding. But it is good. It's good. If not top 5, top 10. But
Well,
it's
you
good.
know, you think Bruce Wayne would like my hash brown casserole? Absolute Batman would.
He probably isn't even eating right now. Like, I bet Barbara Gordon wouldn't because it's too many carbs. She's working out too hard.
She's like, "I can't eat all that cheese."
But anyways, Bruce's friends all show up, and they're like, "Yeah, you need help, and we're family, and family help each other." And Bruce is like, "You don't understand what this is." And so Harvey says, "Help us to understand." And they're kind of going back and forth, and Bruce finally just snaps at him. He's like, "I don't want your help." And, Penguin's like, well, you're getting it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so then Bruce goes on this tirade against every single one of them.
Yeah.
First he starts with Harvey, or with Penguin, Oswald, and he says, "Tell me about your shipping." And, this company is a shell company of the company that you're working with, and Jack Grimm owns that company, and you are working with him.
Yeah, everyone is underneath Jack Grimm. He
Yes.
has control of all of you.
Right.
Yeah.
And then even Riddler's like, hey, that could just be economics. It's just the way the world works. And then Bruce snaps on him and says, there's processing chips that you use, and they're one of your sponsors. And guess what? That's the name of a clown. And you know who else is associated with clowns? Jack Grimm, because he's the Joker.
Yeah.
And then Harvey is like, hey, this is all circumstantial evidence. And then Bruce snaps on him too.
Yeah.
And he's like, the scholarship that puts you through school? Guess what? It's Amoris, and it is an anagram for Marcel Marceau, a famous clown, one of Grimm's monikers.
Yeah.
So, like, he's just going after everybody.
Which you might be onto something, because Jack Grimm is very deep in everything.
Sure, but that doesn't mean that...
He definitely looks crazy.
Yes,
very to his friends are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Because even if Jack Grimm does have a hand in all this, and that master manipulation here, but even if he does, these are still his friends. Like, just because they might have some ties to Jack Grimm doesn't mean they're corrupted. He seems to think so, though.
Yeah.
But anyways, so he is going through, and he even gets down to the shooting when his dad was killed. Yeah. And he talks about how Waylon, when let's see, if he says, look, the zoom map, if I draw a line from the bat house to where you were standing when Chill attacked Way, I hit the crock pit. And Ozzy, your body in the footage, it was turned towards the penguin enclosure. And he says, my body. And then Bruce goes back, Eddie, you were nearest to the monkeys, the smartest animal in the zoo. Now, Harvey, it took me the longest to figure you out, but you were by the petting zoo. They kept rams there, the sacrificial favorite of Janus, the god of duality. See, it was all by his design. But the key, the answer, has to be the bats. They were imported from this jungle in Bolivia. Perfect for hiding someone. That has to be where they've kept my dad. If I could just find out more clues of what I've missed, some detail I've missed. And then they're like, you're too far gone, dude. Like, this is insane. And so that's what they're trying to convince them. And then we see because Bruce says, so then why are you still here? If you're not going to help me, why are you here? And then you hear, because they love you, just like I do. And it's Bruce's mom. Yeah,
she's alive.
She seems perfectly normal.
Yeah.
Alfred is here. And then Bruce turns on Alfred and is like, he's the worst of them all. And I'm on to you. You're spying on me. I know who you really are. And then, Martha tries to calm him, and he's like, no, you're part of it too. Yeah. Because you were part of the Court of Owls and all this. And so it's just,
he is attacking everybody.
Yeah. Everybody. And no matter what, like this panel right here is where he stands over his mom, just towering over her. And it's like, you will tell me everything you know about the owls. I'm like, dude, this is your mom. Like, you are threatening your mom. And he does. He like punches the wall next to her. It caves in, and she is scared. And like all of his friends have to hold him back. Yeah. And then Alfred just point blank shoots him.
Yeah. Just, with the big shotgun. Yeah. Just boom. Yeah.
And he gets up and leaves, and then we zoom out of like the conversation they've been having, and his whole conspiracy board is in the shape of Jack Grimm's face.
It's in Scarecrow's face.
Oh yeah, Scarecrow's face. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Because it's all even like stitched up.
Which is, here's the thing, right?
Okay.
Like, I want to break this scene down a little bit.
Okay.
Either he's right or he's wrong. And as crazy as he's talking, I just wouldn't put it past Jack Grimm, because everything in this world is meant to be against Bruce, and I'm kind of curious. Like, he mentions, Waylon's body was in the crocodile pit facing the penguins, right? Like his body was facing that, and then like that coincides with this, and this coincides with that. Yeah. Like, I wonder if he's right. Do you think he's right?
Okay, so here's like my thoughts.
Mhm.
I think that this is all manipulated.
Yeah.
I don't think he's right. I think because remember the whole thing with Scarecrow, right? He's the straw man. So you're fighting an opponent that's not really there.
Yeah.
That's been my theory. Last issue proved it, that this is what they're doing. I think all of this is just more manipulation. Because if Jack Grimm, quote unquote, made Batman, then I think all this is there to mess with his mind, to make him think that he's even more powerful than what he actually is, and to break him, to isolate him. That's what I think. I think he's wrong, but it's made to look like he's right.
Right. Super, super off to the side hot take.
Okay.
I think this scene is not real.
Really? Well,
And I think
I can see why.
And because here's my thing, right? Is like I think that there's a few things, and I don't think necessarily with the stuff that's coming with Clayface. I think all that's real and that's very much happening. But with this, it kind of feels like his mom showing up makes red flags go off.
Yes, yeah.
Like it's just her appearing out of nowhere with no explanation with Alfred.
Yeah.
Like those characters haven't interacted.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, so my thing is what if this is kind of like he's in this almost crow cage of like, hey, we're going to make you think that you have people that are there for you, and I'm going to make you push people away. And he's going through all this like, well, this and will this and will this. And honestly, it's honestly like, what if this is just a fun thing to watch for Scarecrow and Jack Grimm? I
could see that.
You know, I just can imagine. And then like you see this face at the end. This is kind of the realization of like
he's everywhere.
He's there watching. You know what I mean? Because like I don't know. It just feels really off. You know, Batman's alarms are blaring at the loudest sound. Like Batman is on edge.
Yes.
And the fact that everybody's in there at the same time, because all of his friends, why are they all just showing up to be cool?
Yeah.
And just being like, well, we're here for you.
Well,
like, I know they talked about it.
They've talked about it, yeah.
Right. But, like, are they really all just going to show up and be chill?
Yeah.
You know?
Because they were very laid back.
Because even the Penguin was like, I don't give a crap about Bruce.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, because the only one who was really fighting for Bruce was Waylon.
Right.
You know? And everybody else is kind of, you know, Harvey wants to do his own thing. Penguin doesn't give a crap at all.
Yeah.
And Riddler kind of gives a crap. But I just feel it feels off. Like something about this issue feels like Uncanny Valley. Like this something like you're in a room and you're like something isn't right. Something doesn't feel right. So I think he's under. I think somehow Batman has been put under. Now the rest of the issue kind of goes against that theory because like when he fights Clayface, I think that's legit.
Okay.
But it could not be. I don't know. Which is, I guess this is a good thing. This issue has me questioning what's real and what's not. Because now I don't trust anything.
Well,
because of Scarecrow.
After the end, that's the one thing I do give credit to issue 22 about, is that ending is what like has messed with you. Like, do you know what's real or what's not?
Yeah.
And so I kind of had that same thought, like, is this real? Because Martha is completely fine.
Yeah.
No bullet wounds, no missing eye, no nothing.
Yeah.
She's nothing.
And it makes no sense for her to just show up.
Yeah.
You know? Especially like and Bruce not to really react to it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like she had sent him voicemails and he never listened to them.
Right.
Right? Or her, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like it feels off for her to be back. And also, does she know he's Batman? She doesn't know.
I don't think so. I think oh well, she says that a part of her always knew.
That's BS. That's so bullshit.
I mean, but if you put yourself in that universe, who else is the 7'8" to 400-pound guy?
Right.
You know, but nobody else has put it together except for Jim Gordon.
Right, but I just feel like that's just not, especially with her being gone.
Yeah, it's a very
something ain't right.
If it's real,
yeah.
It's such a quick like. Oh, hey, I almost forgot about Martha. I'm just going to write her in real quick.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel earned after.
Right.
But nothing Scott Snyder has done, in my opinion, so far, has been like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I do kind of lean more towards something isn't right here.
Yeah.
Is this... I don't think this is Clayface.
Mm-mm.
But could this be more Scarecrow, Joker stuff? I could see that. And I think issue 25 is is Jack Graham and Batman's first fight. I think Scott Snyder came out and said that. Because issue 25 should be a big special one.
Is that the end of the Straw Man?
I think so.
Is 24 the end of Straw Man?
I think 25 is the end of Straw Man.
Okay.
I think that's the first. I mean, that's
that's
the first quarter of what Scott Snyder has planned.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they were going to be fighting that soon. If that's true, oh please! Oh my gosh, I'm getting excited. Like,
but
it's building up. Oh,
next month we also have the Batman of Two Worlds.
Yes, but that's separate, right?
That is separate. So, but I'm curious if there's going to be any like connection to this.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, issue 25, all we have Ooh.
This chair leaned.
Oh, I didn't know what was happening for a second. I thought you were like, no spoilers.
Wait, sorry. I was leaning forward to check our time on our recording thing, and I leaned into the table. I'm in a little rocking chair, and I leaned a little too much, and I was like, I'm going down, Clayton. This book is so exciting. I'm about to take the table with me.
All issue 25 says is all the villains, all the heroes, all the stakes, what's left of Absolute Batman.
Okay.
And it's 40 pages. So it's it's roughly 10 more pages than what we get every month.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. So yeah, we might have a
there's a jump in price in it too.
How much is it?
$5.99.
No, please. Are all books going to $5.99 now?
Well, that was the rumor, but it might be just Marvel.
Everything's $4.99 right now, which is sucky. But maybe Scarecrow's. Maybe we're interfering with the comic book industry. I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. But yeah, I think this has to be fake because it just doesn't. Something don't add up.
Yeah, I think it's there intentionally to raise those red flags.
Mm-hmm. And I will say something that scares me is that it's not. I'm scared that this could be real, and it's just like, oh, this is just not written well.
Yeah,
that's just a fear that I'm having. But based on everything Scott's done, I don't feel like this is just going to be that. Like you know,
we've done several Absolute Batman posts, and some of the comments on some of those, I've been surprised to see because a lot of people have said like, "Hey, this is moving too fast," or one person said this was a political book, and I'm like. What politics do you really see in this book?
My favorite politician, Jack Grimm, who is secretly a demon.
Yeah, but I have seen some people kind of have that complaint. Like this book moves so fast that there's not really things to develop, and I could see that. But I don't think Scott Snyder is going to just be like, "Oh, I'm Mike." You are going to have to wonder about the fate of Martha for what 4 issues now.
And Poison Ivy was the issue. So it's been more than that. So it's been like 5 or 6 issues, I'd say.
Yeah, it probably was. And then just randomly bring her back. I think Scott has more planned than that. But that's just because I think everything that's been done in Absolute Batman has had a payoff so far, in my opinion. Nothing's just been like, oh yeah, here's this. Yeah. And even though I didn't like the last issue, I do think it still will serve a purpose eventually. Yeah. But is there anything else you want to say on that before we move on?
I'm ready to move on.
Okay. So moving on, we get another flashback to where Bruce was still being the enforcer for Falcone. And he is getting a voicemail saying from Mr. Falcone, like, hey, you go do this for me and you get promoted. And that's what I want to hear. This guy deserves no mercy. And so Bruce hangs up. He sees a note on his mirror from his mom that says, be more than this. He crumbles it up, puts it in his pocket, and leaves. That's all we get of the flashback. Then we come back to the present day. We see Jason Todd and his Jaeger moving around. And he's just saying, hey, I saw some, which this pays off later, in my opinion. But he says, Robin 2 reporting in, checked out scattered accounts of someone dressed as Batman disturbing the peace, dragging an axe around. But as I expected, found nothing. Probably just some punk kids. Like Batman would just be walking around and playing, and he like flies by a building, and then the next man he's like,
he's like, wait a minute.
Up. He's like, you freeze.
Batman's just standing there dragging an axe around. Yeah, literally.
And Batman says, I'm not here to fight. He drops the axe. Jason Todd shoots what are those things called? They're the things that wrap you up.
Oh, like a cable.
Yeah.
Like a wrapping.
Right.
Yeah.
They've got a specific bolo. Are they bolos?
Bolo?
Anyways,
I don't know.
he wraps him up.
Rappy cable.
Yeah.
We'll call it the rappy cable.
The Robin cable.
Robin cable. Activate Robin cable. Yeah. It's just the old like Batman sound effect of him like quick Robin, bat cable. You know,
And so Jason Todd gets super excited that he's captured Batman, and he is just like bragging, right?
Yeah.
He is like, "It's me, Jason Todd from the Bad Apple, and I've captured him." And then you see somebody else show up, and he's like, "No freaking way! I can't believe it!" And Jason's like, "Hey, you made it, Tim!"
Yeah.
And they're just bragging. They brought Batman down. Batman's not doing anything. He's just been wrapped up, and he's
trying to talk to them. He's trying to be like, "Hey, I need you to listen to me.
Right.
Like, we need to work together because this is something bad's about to happen."
And then the crows come.
Yeah, and then the crows.
And he's like, no, I need you to get out of here. He's here.
Yeah.
The crows, they're here.
Yeah.
But they're still like bragging. Tim climbs up Jason's Jaeger so he can stand with him. Jason makes a call. Bruce is begging. There are crows here. Scarecrow's here. Get out of here. And they're just, woohoo! We did it in Dick Grayson's face. Hope while you're getting beauty sleep, I caught the Batman. And in the background, you see like two hands come up.
Hands, yeah.
And they're still bragging. And Jason says, "Don't worry, I won't be too tough on you when Slade makes me the lead."
Yeah.
And you see like something forming in the background.
Something is building in the background. Yep.
And he's like, "Look out!" And Jason and Tim are just not paying attention. They're talking about the bright future
of what they're about to do.
Yep.
And there is a giant Batman standing behind them that now jumps on top of them and slamming down, and it pins Jason to the Jaeger. Sorry, and then all of Batman's spike. Well, hang on. He says something. He says? Sorry, you've got the book up. Mine's hanging up on the wall. He says, "No, don't you effing dare!" And then this other Batman copies exactly what he says, and he says it with a smile, and he's like, "Please take me instead." And this evil Batman is, "Please take me instead." And in that moment, Batman, all of the spikes on this fake Batman's shoulders spike out, and not Dick Grayson, it's Tim Drake is now hanging from one of these spikes off of the Jaeger, stabbed, killed, and he gets the spike goes out of him, and he falls off of the Jaeger onto the ground, bleeding to death. And he's dead. Tim Drake is dead. We've lost 2 people in the Straw Man so far.
Yeah.
We gained 1 person, technically. Sort of.
Well,
technically 2 people.
Yeah.
So we've gained Martha back, and maybe Batman's dead.
Maybe.
I don't know.
You can continue.
But we get this insanely awesome panel. Like the panel when we see him with Robin hanging there is one of the most scariest panels in absolute Batman history. But by the way, this is Clayface. If you haven't figured it out, this is Clayface pretending to be Batman. I love
this. I love this page.
Yeah.
The only thing I hate is that like the moment you immediately turn the page, you see it. So,
there's no page turn surprise.
Right.
Yeah.
But I love that there's just clay dripping off of the Jaeger. I love like at first when I first saw it, I thought that's Jason. This is how they're gonna get Red Hood.
Yeah.
But no.
Nope, it's Tim. And what a death. Honestly, I think this is a cool, scary death.
Yes.
I'm not mad that he's dead. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This is not good. Not good at all.
But that's where I think it paid off. I think Clayface was impersonating Batman. Because, Jason had said there were just some punk kids dressing up as Batman, dragging axe.
Yeah.
I think it was Clayface all along.
That may be then. Yeah. He's just been walking around with an axe and then...
Just stirring up a problem.
I didn't catch that. I'm glad you mentioned that.
That's what I thought. But I also think this is going to be similar. I don't know where we're going to go with this. Yeah. But do you ever watch the Batman Beyond Return of the Joker animated movie?
I have not. I've seen it a long time. It's been a minute.
Okay. In that, the future Joker in Batman Beyond universe is Tim Drake. It's not.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Whoa.
also voiced by the same actor who plays Al Calvici in Quantum Leap, my favorite TV show of all time. Not the reboot; it's garbage. That's a side tangent. But, anyways,
Well, yeah. So Tim is on the ground, bleeding out, and he's dead. And Batman he rips out of his cables that are surrounding him, and he looks up at this evil Batman Clayface and says, "You killed him." And Clayface is looking back down, saying, "You killed him." And Clayface, I just now realized, looking at this panel, the axe that Batman, like Clayface has an axe, but it's like his arm is turned into the big Batman axe. Yeah. It's connected to his arm. So Batman yells, "Monster!" And Clayface is like, "Monster." So it's just, he's copying everything he says. And it's just like, I love that this is just like, it's Batman fighting himself. Mm-hmm. Like, this really feels like Batman fighting himself, but we know that it's not. And like, the cover of this book is the book. Like, literally, like, this is the fight we're getting. We're getting this fight, and which I'm glad, because you know, I hate it when they do covers and then you read the book and it's not like, it's like, what's the point of this cover? Right. You know, which we can say that about a lot of books that come out. They do that a lot, but right before this fight, we go back to Bruce as his time as the Bat, a mafia enforcer for Falcone, and he's kicking down a door to beat up some people who didn't pay. Is that right? Yeah, who's just not paid on their part and done what they're supposed to do, and it turns out it's his buddy Matches, and I think he does beat him up.
I think he does hit him a couple times.
Yeah, he definitely does hit. There's blood flying everywhere. Yeah. And we're also getting visions of that, and we're also getting visions of the shooting at the zoo. Mm-hmm. So we're seeing multiple things take place, and Batman's kind of reflecting on everything in this moment. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I would say that, you know, he's maybe using his anger on Matches. Yeah, he's taking all his anger out on Matches, but he looks at himself in the mirror and he sees that, like, what have I become? Mm-hmm. And then we immediately cut into Clayface and Batman fighting, which is like, he's fighting. It's a cool mirror. It's a really cool mirror. I'm starting to nerd out because he's fighting himself in that last shot, and now he's physically fighting himself. Right. But they're brawling down. Clayface gets on top of Batman, and Clayface has all these hands coming out of his mouth, coming out of his arms, out of his chest, just holding Batman down. And Batman takes his axe and sorry.
He does what?
Whoa.
What version of Absolute Batman did you buy?
Absolute Batman. The best one ever. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. Gosh almighty, man. So Batman grabs his ass. And then this is when the next page comes in. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I feel so stupid. Oh, that's so dumb. He grabs his axe and he cuts his head off. Yeah. And then you see the hands that's coming out of Absolute Batman's chest, and it grabs his head. And Batman says to him, "I told you to take me instead." And then the hands are holding up the fake Batman's head and saying, "I am taking you." Mm-hmm. And they continue to keep fighting. It's just such a great fight.
He pulls him through. Clayface pulls Batman through him.
Yep. Yeah. And finally, Batman's on the other end trying to catch his breath, and he's coughing. And he says, "You don't get to leave," as Clayface is making a break for it to the sewers. Mm. And Clayface says, "No, you don't get to leave. Ever." As he sinks in. And when he sinks into the sewer, you actually see Clayface's real face. Yeah. Whoa, what a fight.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
When I was reading it, it was just like, it was like nonstop. I was like, First you kill Tim Drake, then you give us this insane fight. Yeah. Like, holy cow, I'm just getting hit constantly. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like when you're watching a movie and you're just so invested in the action. Mm-hmm. Like, you're just, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Yeah.
And I want to see more of this fight. I want to see them interact again. Like, I'm already very excited, which I guess now it's officially confirmed. I say this confirms that on the first issue of the Straw Man, I don't know if it's 19, I think.
I think so. Something like that.
I guess that is Clayface on the cover. because you remember there's an evil Batman on the cover because you see
yeah.
Jack Grimm, you see Scarecrow, you see the Robins, you
Yeah.
see everything all on one page.
Yeah, everything in this arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I guess that's Clayface. So, wow.
Yeah.
What an issue.
It was so good. And we're not even done yet.
We're still not done. No, we still got more. Do you want to take the rest of this?
Sure.
Sorry, I took the best part of the whole book.
No,
I
it's okay.
Yeah.
So we immediately, right after Clayface sinks into the sewers, the next panel is literally Tim Drake's dead body. Like, you just see his face. And I don't know if you caught this. This panel is a recreation of the iconic panel where Batman is holding Jason Todd's lifeless body.
Yep, from Death in the Family. Yep.
Except now he's holding Tim.
That is Robin. That is Tim, right? For sure. Okay.
It is Tim because Jason gets up.
You're right. Yeah, because he's sitting there being like, "You suck."
And he's like, Tim.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And Scarecrow shows up whistling, and I'm gonna take the book back so I can see. He's like, "Shame, so young. I guess it was bound to happen eventually."
Yeah.
All right, see you around, Batman, and just leaves. And then the crows caw, and Jason gets up and realizes, you killed Tim. This is you. You did this. And Batman is saying, no, I didn't do it. This wasn't me. And Jason is just, you're going to pay for this. You hear me? I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
And all these cops come up. They see the body. We say, we've got a man down. We cut back to the flashback of matches. He's been beat up some. Somebody comes in to go shoot him. And Bruce beats this enforcer up.
Yeah.
And tells Matches to run. And this guy says, you've made your last mistake. He shoots Batman in the shoulder. And he drops the bat. And this enforcer says, you're finished. You hear me? You're done. And drops the bat full of blood. And that is it.
That's the end of the issue. Yep.
And it says, next, the bat is born.
The bat is born, which I'm assuming is Batwoman.
Yes.
Because, that's 24, right?
Yes, and that's what
is
she's...
it? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what she's going by, the bat.
The
she's
bat.
not going by Batgirl.
Yeah. So, what an issue.
Yes.
Definitely, for me, it's beyond the pull list.
Oh, yeah.
Because this was, this was a nice, refreshing, okay, cool, we're back. Because I think taking that step to the side that sometimes comics have to do can take you out of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, Venom's done it, and there's a lot of books that we've both read that we really like that do those things.
Yes.
So I think, the last issue being, just an on the pull list, this book definitely redeems what this book is supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be chaos. It's supposed to be not control and unpredictable. The absolute universe is the heroes have no there's no hope for them.
Right.
And this literally continuously shows that no matter what Batman does, no matter what, it's useless. The villains will always win.
Yeah.
And that's sad, but that's also entertaining. And we've never seen that before. So
right.
I love this issue.
I would say it's one of my favorites.
For sure.
It was one that I was so excited to read it, but I was so afraid we were going to get an issue like last week.
Yeah.
Or last month. Yeah. I really thought, this is just going to drag, and I'm not going to care at all.
Yeah.
And especially that first page, like I said, I thought, oh gosh, here we are. But then we started getting into it. I'm like, all right, yeah, we're back. And then this is beyond the pull list for me.
Oh yeah.
And like I said last time, one on the pull list issue doesn't mean the whole series is on the pull list or bad. Sometimes, like you said, you do have to take a step back and tell a different story that will eventually tie into your larger story.
Right.
But it sucks when you're reading single issues every month.
Yeah. It's better to read it as a whole, you know, some of these books is just, you're meant to go through all of it.
Right.
And, the first, 10, 15, the first 15 issues of this book was me just reading it as it came. It had already came out, so I was just reading through it. So, it does suck to have to be in that moment where it's like, okay, well, now I got to wait another month to get the next part. And when you do have those small issues, it can make a month feel like 3 months.
Yes.
So it's really slow at times. But this has been a really good book still.
Yeah.
And I want more Clayface. I want more. I want 25. I guess now that we know that. Is there a cover for 25?
It's that big wraparound cover that they revealed at
It is.
Comic-Con.
You're right. It is. Oh my god. gosh, please let them fight. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna pee myself.
But yeah, I think this is perfect timing too. We've talked about this before, but this is what I think DC does really well. Clayface, of course, is coming out.
Yeah.
I don't think this was a gimmick to make you go watch Clayface, just like Marvel does with all their stuff.
Right.
I think this was a genuinely, hey, I want to put Clayface in here. He fits the story. It's not a cameo appearance. I was hooked, and
it's nice because sorry to interrupt.
No,
you,
you're fine.
It's nice that it's perfect timing,
Yes.
right? You know, it's like we're excited about the Clayface movie. Now we're getting Clayface in the book, and it works. You know,
Yes.
like just let time do its thing. With
Yeah.
those kinds of things. But sorry.
I'm really interested where they're going to go now that they killed Tim Drake. Really curious where that's going to go.
Yeah.
Is he going to come back? Because this is the absolute universe. Anything can happen.
He could come back and be Red Hood.
He could come back, be Red Hood. He could come back, be Joker.
Yeah.
He could stay dead.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no, like, again, this is the absolute mainline universe. You know, if somebody dies, they're coming back.
Right.
You know that.
Right.
Doesn't mean that their deaths don't still hit hard.
Right. Yeah.
But this is absolute. Who cares?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what DC has said. We're going to do whatever works.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to like Donnie Cates said a long time ago in a podcast. He's like, I don't understand why people hate things that aren't canon, because when it's canon, nothing matters. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like you can't, and I agree, because like in this book, it's like I don't know what to expect, because it's like they killed Gordon. You know, they killed. Like they killed his dad, but not his mom. But now his dad might not be dead, or like you don't know. And even him Drake dying, it's just like when you see it, it's just it's done.
Yeah.
You don't realize it till it's too late. And like even this, like you see Clayface building up, and then when it's just him hanging from a spike, it's just like it's honestly like, oh my gosh, like that just happened. Oh no, you know?
It was so well written that in the, you know, like in a horror movie when you see, not that I watch a whole lot of them, but like, you know, when like somebody's standing there and the killer is right behind them or whatever, and you just want to scream at the, like, hey, turn around, you moron. Yeah. You know, this was so well written that it's a comic book, and I'm like screaming at the page, like, hey, turn around.
Hey, turn around. Yeah. Very good book. Very, this is probably one of my favorites as well.
Okay.
I think this is one of my favorites. And I think, honestly, when the Straw Man wraps up, I think this event is going to be way better when it's done, because everything is going to make sense.
Yes.
Because right now there's so much left untold. Like, you know, the whole scene again that I mentioned, I think they're under fear gas. I don't think that they're like, I think that something ain't right.
Right.
And from the point of view it is now, it's like, this doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's not supposed to.
Yeah.
And I think when it's all said and done is when it's like, we're going to have a lot more answered.
A part of me hopes that they're not under fear gas for the sake of, I don't want it to all be like resolved because of the cliche, oh, it was all a dream and none of this was really real. It was all in your head. I don't want that to happen. And I don't think we're going to go that direction. I could see the scene of just his friend showing up and Martha showing up. I could see that being like under fear gas or the fear smoke is what it is in this universe.
Right.
I don't think that's the. I mean, I think that is the fear, but I don't think everything that's happened in this arc is under fear gas.
Right.
But I think we could have something.
Yeah.
Really good here when this wraps up.
I agree, and I hope that it continues to be good after 25, because it seems like I wonder if Scott Snyder wrote all the way to 50, right?
No, I think he came out the other day and said they have plans all the way to 100.
Okay.
If DC will continue to allow them.
I wonder if he has always had those plans, or if it was originally just a 25 issue thing. Because, you know, I'm sure this book wasn't planned to be this popular and wasn't planned, you know, so I wonder if, like, oh, I've got issue 1 through 25 ready to go.
Yeah.
And I hope that after 25, it will still maintain its gold.
I'm sure it will. I think probably what will happen, and here's just my theory, we can go back and listen in 2 months when 25 comes out. That 25, they will fight. Jack Graham and Bruce will fight. It will not be a definitive fight. Either they will walk, one of them, it will end in a way that leaves it open-ended. That maybe they're both hurt. Maybe one has to leave with their tail tucked between their legs. Something. but we're going to get a bigger fight down the road.
Yeah.
But this is just, we're going to fight now. Either both of us get our butts kicked, one of us gets our butts kicked, or something.
Yeah. I think Batman's going to lose.
Oh, I think so.
He has no clue what he's up against.
No.
Because he sort of knows about Joker, but the only thing he's seen is what we saw on the construction site. That's the only bit, and that wasn't even full Joker. That was just like, let me just scare you a little bit. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm very pumped. I'm ready for the next one to come out, and of course now we gotta wait another month.
Yeah.
So
I think it doesn't come out till the 3rd week of September.
maybe.
I think that's what I've always hated about Absolute Batman that you've mentioned before. It's like 2 weeks, then 3 weeks, and then 2 weeks, and then 4 weeks.
It's weird. It's like there's like they do 2 that are close together, and then it's a huge gap before the next one.
September
to 2
23rd
is when 25 comes out.
24 comes out.
Oh, that's long.
That's over a month.
So then October, September. So probably like the beginning of October.
October 28th.
Oh, that's even worse. Oh,
But
no.
I have a feeling Greg Capullo did a variant for 25, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's cool.
It's
and
Bruce
it's
and
Joker and Joker.
fighting.
Yeah, Batman and Joker fighting. So, ooh. Well, we've gotten a lot of those variants already. So I don't know. I'm really. I didn't think about that they were going to be fighting that soon. I'm kind of jumping up and down in my seat right now.
But doesn't Clayface come out that same week?
October, I guess so. Yeah.
I think it comes out around that time.
Yeah. Yeah. DC editorial, can you delay the issues so the Clayface book would come out? That would have really immersed me. I'm kidding. Don't actually do that. That is a joke. I'm
DC,
lying.
Please don't delay.
Yeah, please don't delay it.
There is no solicitations out for 26 yet, though. So nothing's been. But that would be November. But November is supposed to be the Superman Batman crossover.
Okay, so I guess that'll be the next big thing after the fact. Okay, well.
I don't know. Anyways, they could be interesting.
They could fight.
I kind of hope they do.
Dude, Absolute Batman. If regular Batman can beat Superman, Absolute Batman better kill him.
I have some things I want to talk about in Absolute Superman that I think this Superman might be more powerful than mainline Superman.
Okay.
But I'll get to that.
Okay.
Anything else for Absolute Batman?
I think I'm ready to move on.
All right.
Yep.
Well, in that case, we
now return to the Transformers.
Okay.
All right. We are Transformers 35 this
35.
week. And same thing I had the problem with last time.
Mm-hmm.
The issue, well, this is not a problem I have this time, but I was saying the last problem I had with this book was the same problem I had with Absolute Batman. I just was not impressed with the issue.
Yeah.
So this week we kind of fix that, and we start off, and there's a shard of Cybertron on Earth.
Yeah.
I think I told you about that.
Yes.
A piece of Cybertron is on Earth.
Yes, you did.
Again, no spoilers for why.
Because I still haven't read the book. You can spoil it.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
You
I'm not
can.
gonna spoil
You
it.
can.
No,
If you have to. You're reviewing the book.
If I have to, I will. But I don't have to.
I'll forget.
So we pick up on the Cybertron shard, and Wheeljack is there, and he's working on something. He's kind of talking to himself, and he's going on. Maybe this is sloppy. This joint doesn't go here. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Still just a prototype. Got to work out the kinks. Everything's looking sharp. Project Exosuit is underway. So we turn the page, and he's building an exosuit for a human.
Oh, okay. I see.
This was something that took place in the 1986 animated movie. One of the characters had an exosuit. Wheeljack says that I almost said Cliffjumper.
Yeah.
Not Cliffjumper, Wheeljack says that he's going to build a whole army of these. But I think something's going to happen and he's not going to be able to.
Okay.
But anyway, he's building it, and he says, once I'm done with that, I'm going to get back to you. And he turns around, and he opens a chest, and there's something glowing. What has been teased for several issues now is the Dinobots.
Ooh.
So everybody's theorizing that these are the sparks for the Dinobots.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we get back to where we left off. Well, first, we zoom out of the shard, and we see this Starscream, the zombie Starscream, climbing up the shard.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's such a sick panel.
Yeah, that's
I
really,
love
really
it so
cool.
much.
Oh.
Probably my favorite panel of this whole book.
Wow. Okay.
But anyways, we turn the page, and we get back to Shredhead, who, remember, died, quote unquote, last issue after being beat by Bruticus. And Optimus is here, and Cliffjumper is here, and they're like, hey, they're barely alive. What do we do, Optimus? And so the Human Alliance basically says, we can get you to our base, and then we can I can send for somebody to pick up Wheeljack.
Yeah.
We'll meet in the middle, and that way that's the best solution.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody says, okay. And Cliffjumper's kind of taking it hard, feeling responsible for Shredhead dying. He's asking for a helicopter, and because the aerial bots are not available.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the Autobots who could transform into planes.
Yeah.
And so he says, Optimus, where are they? And Optimus is like, I don't know. I've been trying to reach out to them, and they're not getting back to me.
Mm-hmm.
So then, this is a problem I have with this book. We're balancing like 5 different plots.
Yeah.
If we would just narrow it down.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so Thundercracker's leading the aerial bots, just flying as fast as he can, and the rest of them are like, hey, slow down, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you recall from last issue, Thundercracker said there's something going on in the Earth that I think Optimus and Elita Prime are ignoring. And I think we need to focus on that. And they said, hey, we'll follow you. So that's what's going on. He's trying to investigate. He said, I'm going to land here. Let's spread out. I think there's something here in this spot, here in the Himalayan mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And we see another jet following closely behind them.
Okay.
Okay. Then we return to the Ark, and there's Elita, RC Magnus, and her new form, which is kind of cool to see. It's like a tank future car. It looks like Luke's land speeder, but with like huge cannons on the back.
Yeah.
They're saying, hey, there's something going on with Shredhead. They might be dead. And they're saying, okay. We jump to the Nemesis, the Decepticon ship. And they're saying, and Soundwave is there. And he says, Onslaught is you, dude. And they're like, well, he looked dead.
Soundwave
Thank
impression. You got to read all of his. Yeah. Welcome to me on the pull list. Boo boo bebop.
Or if I do the Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave.
Decepticons, mobilize.
Yeah.
I'm on the satellite. No prisoners, only trophies.
Only trophies.
B, I think they're going to kill us.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot about that. I think they're going to kill us. He's like.
Anyways, that's not what happened.
Sorry. A little bit of reflection back on the
Dark of the Moon, the Bayverse,
real quick side note.
Yeah.
I decided the other day to go phoneless, to go out into the world without my phone, and I brought a bunch of CDs in the car with me, and one of my CDs was the Transformers CD from the movie, and I opened it up and it had Dark of the Moon in it, and I was like, I can't listen to this. It doesn't have what I've done on it. This is stupid.
It does have Iridescent though, and that is
a really good song.
That's why Dark of the Moon is the last good live action Bayverse movie.
I agree.
Yeah. That's a conversation.
Yeah. That's in our Transformers hot takes. Yes. Coming soon. Yeah.
I actually made a post about it though.
You did?
A while back. Yeah, Transformer hot takes.
Oh well, see, we done missed it. See, yeah, you done missed it. I done missed it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Do you even follow Comic Nation 77?
No. Those losers on they have a no. I just do this, get paid, and go home.
You get paid?
You don't? No, I spend all my money on this stupid comic books that I don't like.
Anyway, so Onslaught is dead, and the Decepticons saying, well, does death really mean anything anymore? And they look at Megatron, who is still in that shard. All those issues ago, issue 31, I think, when he got the Matrix of Oppression, he was in the giant shard.
Yeah.
Well, for 4 issues now, he's been in this thing, which I do like, because they're building up what Megatron is going to become.
Right.
So that's good. But they're saying, did you get any of our, or Soundwave says, did you get any of our Energon that we needed? And it says, no, everything happened so fast. We're running so low, we don't have anything.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's going to tie into something in the future, that they're running low on energy. We get back to the base, and Wheeljack shows up, says, hey, what's going on? And we see that Shredhead is getting repaired by using Onslaught's parts, with Shredhead's giant sword still in his back.
Okay.
And this doctor, again, who I mentioned last time, I said, I don't care anything about him. He's from the G1 cartoon from the 80s. I think he's in like 2 episodes. Why he's here, I don't know. Don't care.
Yeah.
anyways, I just imagine Christopher Lloyd, Doc Brown's as his voice,
Yeah,
because that's
yeah.
kind of what he looks like.
Marty,
Yeah, yeah.
give me that transformer.
Wait, what's it called? The Matrix of Leadership? Is that uranium? Is that plutonium? Can we go back to the future?
Ronald Reagan, the actor.
You can't sleep with your mom. Sorry, Ronald Reagan, the actor. Yeah, sorry.
Anyways, we can't review Transformers anymore because this is what happens.
Back to the future. To the past.
You know, there's actually a Back to the Future Transformer crossover comic.
No, I did not know that.
There is. There's a Transformer that
you
is.
can't make this up, man.
No, there's also a Transformers Ghostbuster crossover comic.
Bumblebee, I'm scared.
I'm going to turn into a truck now. I'm sorry, Optimus.
He's laying on the side of the table. Yeah, he's just laying there. Yeah.
But anyways, so Wheeljack says you can't repair. This is not our way. You cannot repair an Autobot with Decepticon parts. It's unacceptable. And Dr. Henry Arkinville says, that's a weird way to say thank you, but I'm going to mark this down as you owe me.
Yeah.
So anyways, they're keeping Shredhead alive. Very interesting. I'm curious where this is going to go. But again, I don't care about this character.
Yeah.
But what I am invested in is Thundercracker and the aerial bots. And they're saying and Thundercracker says there's an entrance nearby. We just need to fan out and look for it. And the leader, Silverbolt, says, listen, we are already out of the range of comms. Optimus has no idea where we're at. But you have an hour. If we don't find anything in an hour, we're going back. Thundercracker says, okay, thank you. So they all spread out until eventually Skywarp shows up. That was the other Transformer following them. And Skywarp, spoilers, in the very beginning of this series, Starscream, Soundwave, and a few of the other Decepticons beat him so senselessly that they have to convert his body into the Ark, the ship. And then when they finally get when Robert Kirkman took over, the humans make an alliance with the Autobots, and humans have a bunch of Energon and spare parts. So they repair Skywarp because Optimus is trying to offer mercy to every Decepticon, saying, let's work together and stop this war. Skywarp is repaired, and as you would expect from a Decepticon, attacks everybody and then leaves.
Right.
So he is back, and him and Thundercracker are friends. They're all Seekers, along with Starscream, but Starscream's dead, so it's the three of them. And Skywarp thinks Thundercracker has become an Autobot as a trap. He's like, you're leading them to their doom, aren't you? Tell me when, and we'll spring the trap. Thundercracker says, no, they're my friends. And they kind of go back and forth. Skywarp says, I'm going to kill you. And he's like, well, if you were going to, you would have already. And so they fight. And it's actually a pretty good fight. So Thundercracker has an ability in other universes of comics where he gets his name Thundercracker because he has major sonic booms.
Okay.
Like that are super powerful. And that was really cool to see him use that ability here. Of course, this giant sonic boom alerts the aerial bots, and they come rushing in. Well, because they're in the Himalayan mountains, he causes a sonic boom. It causes an avalanche. And in that, they're continuing to fight, but then there's like a buzzing noise. And they're like, what is that? And they look up, and it's Cobra Law. It is from G.I. Joe, the Cobra.
Oh.
And they are here, and they are about to attack the Skywarp and Thundercracker.
So this is a crossover with G.I. Joe?
This whole universe is a crossover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is the first time in the book, in Transformers, that we have seen the crossover. We've seen Optimus in G.I. Joe.
Right.
He shows up for one issue as they finally meet. There's been teases in that book as Hound, a different Transformer, has shown up with the Joes. This is the first time in the Transformers book we've seen Cobra from G.I. Joe show up.
Oh, wow.
So pretty that's pretty exciting because I'm like, okay, now we're getting somewhere, because when this universe first got kicked off 3 years ago, that was the big promise. You're going to see Transformers. You're going to see G.I. Joe. You're going to see everybody cross over.
Right.
And it's going to be one big universe. And it's
Yeah.
going to feel like a real universe. And we're 35 issues in, and now it's
We're
like...
just now getting it. Yeah.
Okay, so they've really built it up.
Well, that's cool. Yeah,
And-
it's nice to not start right off the bat.
Right.
You know, kind of like with Absolute Batman and Superman. Like,
Yeah.
we're waiting, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's good. Again, my biggest problem is like, okay, the action is going. We're getting a good fight, and then boom, that's it.
Yeah.
That's been my biggest problem with this book. But somebody made an analogy the other day, and I'm stealing it because
Okay.
it's really good. They said Robert Kirkman's writing is not fast food. And what they mean by that, they said Robert Kirkman is a family cook. And he is the kind of writer that you have to be there for. It's good, but you have to be present.
Yeah.
You don't get to enjoy your family's cooking if you're not there.
Right.
And you've got to stick through it. Even the uncomfortable conversations with your uncle or
Yeah.
or whatever, your mom showing baby pictures or
Yeah.
whatever. You've got to stick through the weird or the bad because overall you're going to look back and say, this was awesome.
Yeah.
And they said, my proof for this is Invincible.
Yeah.
Think about how Invincible started. It said it was a little slow. And it's even more so for the comics than the show because the first
Right.
episode, Omni-Man kills the Guardians of the Globe.
Right.
But in the comics, it's so dragged out longer.
Yeah.
So that's what they're saying is that you've got to stick around because look at Invincible, look at The Walking Dead, look at other Kirkman work. It's just he's one of those writers that takes some time. So I'm definitely sticking through it. I love this issue. I love the teases we're getting. My problem is the pacing. My problem is that we're balancing like five different plot points right now.
The constant shift in plot points is so annoying. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're like, oh, here we go, and then it's like, well, let's see what they're doing over here.
Right.
Well, let's see what's going on the moon. And
Yeah.
it's like, damn it.
Right,
like,
right.
come on, yeah.
And this is looking back when I made a post looking back at this run. Looking back, this is only a problem that has kind of picked up in the last few issues because we had when Alita took the Matrix from Optimus. That's one story. We had the issue of Megatron getting the Matrix of Oppression. That's one story. We had even Alita on Cybertron. That's one story. We had Optimus on Earth. One story. But then the last 3 issues, it's like, hey, here's what this person's doing. Here's what this person's doing.
Yeah.
Here's what this person's doing. And I'm like, okay, that's my downside
Yeah.
for this book.
Yeah.
But other than that, beyond the pull list still for me.
Okay.
I still really enjoy it. You've gotta read it.
I know. I gotta read it. I've gotta read Geiger.
Geiger, yes.
That's another one I still have. I was looking at it in the floor today. It's sitting
in the floor.
I was sitting in the floor, and it,
Oh, okay.
I sit in the floor and I do.
Oh, Clayton gave me this stupid book to read.
Throw it on the floor. I was looking at it while I was sitting on the floor doing my comic stuff, and I was like, I need to read this, and then I just set it.
I
my
honestly
box.
say like Geiger and Transformers, especially the first 24 issues of Transformers, is as good as Absolute Batman, if not better.
Wow.
I mean, I stick with that 100%.
Okay. Yeah.
So I definitely think, especially the first 24 issues, because that's Daniel Warren Johnson.
Yeah.
Who did that for Transformers.
What else has he done? He's done something.
He did the Absolute Batman annual.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Okay, I was about to say, there's some way his name is
Yes.
familiar. Yeah.
And I know you love the annual.
I do love the annual. It's
So,
very good good annual. Yeah.
If that should tell you everything
Yeah.
about Transformers. But anyways, so I have another book to review real quick, and that is Absolute Superman 22. I have mentioned Absolute Superman on the show before.
You've kind of not reviewed it.
I've
a
not
lot,
really
yeah.
reviewed it. The last arc was with Black Adam, and I just really wasn't as invested. So that's why I didn't review it. Not saying that it was bad. That's also because A, I had a baby in between.
Yeah.
B, I just was really behind in reading.
Yeah.
And so this starts a whole new arc. And this is a really great. I'm just going to go through it really, really fast. Superman has been looking into various corporations, finding out that they are owned by Brainiac. And Brainiac in this universe is insane. Like, he killed every other Brainiac. Just trying to find the best version of himself, to find somebody to talk to. He chained up Lex Luthor, because in this universe Lex is good.
Okay.
He chained up Lex Luthor and killed all of his family with a chainsaw, cut them all up in front of him. It made him watch because he knows in other universes Lex is evil.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to turn this Lex evil.
Into the most
Yeah.
evil. Yeah.
Wow. And so here he has made Metallo.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you're familiar with Metallo. He's got the kryptonite heart. He's
Yes.
a robot man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this issue is them fighting a lot. And Superman realizes, after remembering a previous fight, that this kryptonite, because kryptonite's kind of, it's not natural, because in mainline universe it's pieces of Krypton that landed on Earth too.
Right.
In this universe, it was made from pieces of Krypton, but it wasn't like Superman just woke up and, hey, there's a piece of my homeworld and it hurts me.
Right.
It was like corrupted to be against him.
Yeah.
And he realizes that this is Christopher Smith, Peacemaker.
Oh.
Because the Peacemakers in this universe are like a task force. They're like an army.
Interesting.
But they've
Okay.
all pretty much been wiped out, but Christopher Smith is the main one.
Okay.
And he has been kidnapped by Brainiac,
Mm-hmm.
tortured, and turned into Metallo. Brainiac saying, like, you've never done anything worthwhile in your entire life. This is how I'm going to make you worth something.
Oh my.
And he just, like, submits him to so much torture.
Uh-huh.
And throughout this whole issue, we're getting flashbacks to Peacemaker's life. And it's just like how people are saying, you know, this is how things are going to be. And there's like one part where he's like, so how do we know who the good guys and the bad guys? And they all just laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. And anyways, so this whole issue, he's saying, my name is Metallo. And Superman's saying, no, your name is Christopher Smith. I went to your funeral. Your mom cried. She was proud of you. And he spits kryptonite blood at Superman, and it like burns his face.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Superman is like, he's poisoned by kryptonite, and he's still using his powers. And there's just lots of fight. It's a beautiful artwork.
It looks really good. It's just a normal artist?
No, this has been the main artist, Juan Ferraria, I think is how you say that, and Rafa Sandoval. They've kind of been going back and forth.
Okay. Okay.
But like just poisoned by kryptonite, fighting the whole time, and he's just going back and forth. My name's Metallo. My name's Metallo. And he's like, no, it's Christopher Smith. Well, anyways, so his heart goes into cardiac arrest. Metallo's does. So Superman has to give him CPR. And we have another flashback to Brainiac. That's what Brainiac looks like in this universe.
He looks terrifying.
Yes.
I was looking at him and I was like, oh my gosh, what in the world?
Yeah.
What is that?
Like his brain is exposed.
Yeah.
He's like half organic, half robotic. He's just super creepy.
Yeah.
But Superman has to give him CPR, and his blood is toxic to Superman. And so he's doing it, and like he has blood that's just like burning his face as he does it.
Ooh.
They're constantly going back and forth in a fight.
Yeah.
He knocks him into a sewer so that Superman can't be exposed to the sunlight.
Yeah. Ooh.
And this is a really cool page. This is like they're fighting and they're just going back and forth. Superman's like, if I stop trying to remind him who he is, he will kill me.
Yeah.
And it's just how it, because he's got kryptonite. And finally, Superman brings up his mother, and Christopher Smith remembers, and he starts crying, and he's like, my name is Christopher Smith, not Metallo. And then Brainiac shows up, and he's like, is he crying? What is wrong with the men of this world? He's like, this is pathetic. He's like, I came here to make him something beautiful, and he's ruining it by crying right now. Oh, well, there's billions of other men where that came from. And like flies off, and Superman's too weak to go after him, so he has a little bit of sun. The sun shines through the sewer where they were fighting, and he looks at Christopher Smith, who's crying, and he's like, "You're not alone." And I love where this goes. He says, "You're not alone. Brainiac will run and hide, bury himself in another hole, but I will find him no matter what it takes. I don't give a crap who you are. You will not outrun the arms of Superman." And he hugs
That's cool.
Metallo, and I thought, that is awesome.
That's cool. That's really cool.
And it was a very sweet issue. I'm like, that captures who Superman is, and that's what I love about the Absolute books is they capture who these characters are, but they just put them in hardcore scenarios.
Yeah.
And That's what makes this book good. That's what makes all the Absolute books good.
Yeah.
But I just love this.
That is a really cool. That's very Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
And yeah, so that's my books for the week. Superman, Absolute Superman 22, Transformers 35. Honestly, this week is the epitome of why I love comics.
I wish I could say the same.
Because you don't have some stuff that you love.
You know, I have a few things. So real quick,
We're breaking everything.
Yeah, we're breaking everything. The earthquake.
Get in the bathtub.
God, I hate these.
Honey, a Transformer blue.
Oh, it looks like a blue Transformer. Yeah. Wait, was like talking about the yard being destroyed? So I have been.
Okay, sorry, not to interrupt you, but I so we're in my daughter's nursery again, and the rug was out, and I was literally laughing to myself earlier when I was vacuuming it, because I was thinking, like, if you stepped on it, I was going to make the joke and be like, "Get off my carpet, Grandma! Don't like nobody on the carpet, especially police."
We just need to watch Transformers.
Yeah,
just
do.
just live. Yeah, like that's one of the best. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. That was good. That was really funny. So I have been really bad about catching up. I've been saying, like, you know me.
Yes.
Haven't read Transformers.
Geiger.
Haven't read Geiger. I didn't read Null. What was it? I haven't watched Spider-Man Noir still. I still got to finish that. I'm really bad at being caught up on my stuff. But this week I pulled through.
Okay.
And I still didn't watch Spider-Man Noir. I still didn't read Transformers. Still didn't read Geiger. By God, I got through all my Venom stuff. I read Null 1 through 5. I read Queen of Black number 1 and 2. I read through Venom 259, Venom 260, and Venom Unchained. And my gosh, was that the hardest thing to have to just sit and just, okay, that one's done. Next one. Okay, that one's done. Next one. That was just me for a whole night until like 3 a.m. I just sat and read through all of it.
So, do you think in Guantanamo Bay this is how they torture prisoners?
For sure. They say, "Hey, I need you to read all of these Al Ewing books," and they're just like, "Please kill me.
I'll tell you where they're at.
I'll tell you." So
anyways.
again, to make this really quick and easy, I wrote a quick summary of all of the issues of Null.
Okay.
Because the order in which we're going to review this is I'm going to order it. I'm going to talk about it in chronological order.
Okay.
So Null 1 through 5 is first.
Okay.
Then Venom number 259.
Okay.
Queen in Black 1 and 2.
Okay.
Venom Unchained number
Okay.
1, and then Venom 260.
Okay.
So that's the order of everything that's taken place.
Okay.
So let me pull up that really fast. So let's start with Null number 1. And please feel free to step in and tell me your reactions to these issues. Please feel free. So, Null number 1. Null is trapped in a cage by Hela. He has been brought back to life because the universe must have a king in black. As without a king in black, there's no balance in the universe. Also, Null has the power to control empty space and teleport to empty spaces because it's related to the void and emptiness. ? Whatever. I wrote that down. Whatever. So Null is weak, and he teleports out of this cage into the empty room in which he starts killing guards and trying to escape Null's ship. He steals a spaceship, and he flies off on his own adventure. But Thanos gets called or Hela calls Thanos to help her, and that's where number 1 ends. So that's Null number 1. I'm just gonna keep going.
Keep going. Okay.
So that face you just made that's my reaction to Queen in Black, and we'll get to it. We're getting there. So Null number 2. So Thanos kills a bunch of his Chitauri to continue to maintain dominance over that species, because that species is very populated and they are trying to overthrow Thanos, and he's like, "No, bitch, I'm in control." And they're like, okay, we get it. So while he is doing that, Null returns to Gore's homeworld, seeking the light from the entity that he crash landed with back in Thor God of Thunder number 3. So if you guys don't remember, it's also referred to back in Venom number 4 and Donny Cates' run. Null and this random cosmic entity are fighting, and they crash land on Gore's home planet, and that's where Gore gets the Necro Sword and flies off. So Null is back on that planet trying to find that dead body. Let's see here. But before he can grab the light, Thanos has already beat him to it. This doesn't make any sense because if you remember going back, if you remember Web of Venom Wraith,
Okay.
it's revealed that being dissipated into. That's when it revealed what that being sort of revealed what it was, like a tease to what it was. The entity dissipated into the Enigma Force, and it went off into space to do its own stuff. That was revealed back in Web of Venom Wraith. So it doesn't make sense that this body is still there after all this time. That does not make sense. But whatever. Who am I? Just some guy with a podcast and a microphone. His body shouldn't be on the plane. Okay. Also, Null is terrified of Thanos. He is absolutely terrified of him. He sees Thanos and he cowers in fear because Thanos is the Mad Titan and the Infinity Bearer and whatever. And Null is scared of Thanos. What WTF? That does not make any sense. If anything, Thanos should be like, "Oh shoot,"
Yeah.
like that shouldn't be anyway. Oh yeah, and then I wrote, "Bro ain't got shit on our King in Black." Why is Null afraid of Thanos? So that is issue 2, and it ends with Null being like, "Oh man, you're scary."
Do you think they did that just because Null is like depowered, kind of?
I think they did it because of Infinity War, and Thanos is a big villain in the like I guess non-comic readers will always assume Thanos is the biggest bad guy of Marvel.
Yeah.
When he's really not. Like he's very weak compared to some of the celestial beings out in the universe, and Null is the oldest person in the universe. Like Null is the first person to exist. Ever.
Because light and dark.
Right, because the Celestials came to being in his void and filled it with life.
Yeah.
We really got to do a rerun review on that book.
Yeah.
I need it. I need to forget that all this existed. Okay. So, Null number 3. As Hela slowly grows stronger, Null and Thanos finally fight, where the battle ends with Null teleporting inside Thanos and bursting out of him, killing him. Null claims the light staff, in which he becomes the light being and flies into space, launching himself into a nearby sun. The issue ends with Null waking up in an alternate dimension from Venom Original Sin. So in Venom Original Sin, there's an alternate dimension called the Light Force dimension, where this version of Eddie Brock lives, who is now the King in Black bearer of light. It is an alternate dimension Eddie. And that's where the book ends.
He just kills. I'm so scared of Thanos. And then
they fight, and he's like, "Oh, wait, there's empty darkness inside of you. I can just teleport in you and then make you explode," because that's how that works, and that's what happens.
What?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it would make more sense for Null to shrink and go up Thanos' butt and expand again.
I was about to say, it sounds like Al Ewing is like, that's a really good theory. I'm going to try that here in my book.
So that's issue 3. Issue 4. Null is in the Light Force dimension. We get an introduction and origin of this Eddie Brock, which, by the way, I haven't mentioned that every issue gave an origin story to each character. So, like, issue number 2 has an origin of Thanos, and it literally goes through the entire Infinity War again, and all of that stuff. And the first issue, we get an introduction to Null and all the stuff he did in King in Black and how he was born. Like, every issue has felt like it's been like, let me tell you about all this stuff that you more than likely didn't read, because I also didn't read it. Null begins to fight this version of Eddie. They fight, and Null tries to teleport inside this Eddie, but this Eddie stops him. Then Null stabs out Eddie's eyes, in which Eddie says, quote, "Do you like apples? How about these apples? And he body slams Null. Null kills Eddie after this cringy comment, but takes his light symbiote and destroys the star that this dimension exists in. So he takes his light symbiote and he puts it on. But as he's flying back out into space with his new powers, he is met with a ship. And who is flying this ship? Thanos. He's still alive.
I just imagine Thanos with like his ribs, just like a xenomorph has come out of his chest, and
he's like, my tummy hurts.
So Noel's just like go to like is I'm gonna pop inside of you and pop out.
That is his new ability. Is like I'm just gonna jump inside of you, and he's just spamming that power like a side scrolling fighting game. He's like, I'm just gonna keep doing this until you finally just quit blocking it. But yeah, he fights Eddie, and it was so cringy because Eddie's like, "Do you like apples?" And Null's like, "What?" And he's like, "These apples," and then he slams him like, "Okay, dude, come on." And then he does eventually kill him and whatever. But that's actually where this look. I'm holding up. I have the comic that I have sitting on our table is Null issue number 5 because that is the new look of Null. Which all these covers were drawn by Ryan Stegman. They're very nice covers, but I kind of, little side note, I really want to know how he feels having to draw his character in the most uncharacterized way possible.
Money.
Yeah, honestly. As Harrison Ford would say, show me the money. So finally, Null number 5. Hela is worried about Null's increasing power. Thanos and Null. Oh, also, by the way, I forgot to mention that once Null kind of bonded with the light or whatever, he kind of gave over the dark to Hela. So now Hela is in full control of the void.
He just gave it over?
I guess that's how that works. She's
just now my queen.
Well, she where he doesn't have it, she has it, and it's kind of starting to weigh on her a little bit. She's like, "There's so much darkness, I don't," and then that's whatever. Whatever. I didn't pay that much attention to it, to be quite honest with you, because my eyes were too busy looking up at the ceiling with how much I was rolling them. I felt like Gabriella. I was like, I was like, this is stupid. Giving it this look the whole time. We love you, Gabriella. Anyway,
we do love you.
Hela is worried about Null's increasing power. Thanos and Null fight on the outside of his ship, and Null tries to strike Thanos' new armor, which is now light-proof. The light spear bounces off, and Thanos says, quote, "You should have gone for the head," end quote. And they fight some more. Finally, Null takes his light spear and stabs Thanos through the head, killing him again. Null leaves and flies back to Gore's homeworld, where he turns Thanos' T'Chari army into symbiote light dragons. And Null wants to reclaim vengeance on Earth and its heroes, so he makes his way towards Earth. At the same time, Hela and her army must regroup with her new full symbiote powers as she builds her army, and they plan to meet Null on Earth. The end. That's Null. 1 through 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Poo-poo. Doo-doo from a butt.
Yeah, as you say often, doo-doo, poo-poo, dog water.
This is shit from a butt is what this book is. It's so bad. And honestly, this isn't as bad as Queen in Black. It's just like real quick. These 5 issues, it's just my big problem, right? It's a very short story. It's about Null regrouping and repowering himself.
Okay.
Except the biggest thing is the place he went to get his power doesn't exist because the Light Force being disappeared. The Light Force left that being and went into the universe to be Captain Universe and all those things, right? Yeah. And then would eventually come to Earth to bond with Eddie and King in Black, right? Yeah. So that light should not be on the planet still. It's gone. It left. Right. Why would it stay in a dead body, right? Yeah. And the light isn't a part of the dude's staff. It's him. Right. It's a being. So that whole thing just doesn't make sense. And honestly, I understand Null. I sort of understand, like, okay, well, if I can't use the darkness to win, I'm going to use the light. But again, that's so mischaracterization of Null and what he stands for. He stands for darkness. No matter what, the darkness is always present. When the lights go out, there's darkness. Mm-hmm. No matter what. No matter, like, the suns will explode. Light bulbs will die.
Right.
No matter what, darkness exists, and it hides in every corner. That's what Null's supposed to represent. So him being this light being just doesn't make sense, and it just doesn't feel right. It feels really wrong, and that's my big problem with this book, is that it's just, which has been my big problem with the whole Venom book in general, is every character is misinterpreted to something that they're not. So again, I really wish I could say, other than money. Ryan, how do you feel drawing your created character into something that it's not? Like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. That's whatever.
I get you.
So that's Null 1 through 5. So next we have Venom 259.
Okay, cool cover.
It's an okay cover. It's this is the book where we reveal MJ's new look, and I kind of talked about it last time.
Yes.
I just felt really bad that I was like, oh, I didn't really read this, but this is what I think about the book.
Okay, yeah.
So I did write a quick one on it. So Captain Alliance comes to MJ's apartment and tells her Null is coming. Sleeper bonds with Dylan, and him and Toxin / Captain Spider fight some lame villain from some old Spider-Man Web of Spider-Man comic. I don't know. He's some old villain. I don't really care. Okay. They win, and when they go up on the rooftop to reconvene afterwards, Sleeper wants to rebond with Rick, and in doing so, Toxin bonds with Dylan, making a Codex Toxin character. So you know how like Dylan in the future is Codex or whatever? Yeah. So it's Codex, but he's red. That's it. He's red and blue, but Toxin is maroon and black, but whatever. I'm getting too nerdy. Well, actually, I said lame writing. I hate this book. Blah 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 blah. So, it was cool. I will give this a comment. It's cool to see Sleeper and Dylan bond because I've always wanted to see that. And in Donnie's run, it wasn't possible because Dylan had pieces of Null inside of him, so he couldn't bond with any symbiote. So that was really cool. I still don't like the look of Sleeper. I don't like him being this weird gas agent guy. Right. I like him to be a symbiote, and like how he looked in First Host is my ideal look for the character. So that's Venom 259. So now we move into our big book, which is Queen in Black #1. I don't know if I should open this cover before or open my blind bag.
I'd save it.
Let's review the book. So I did buy a few variants for this book. I bought cover A because it's Ryan Stegman. I bought the J. Scott Campbell variant. Okay. Actually, hey, I don't know if does he listen to us? He follows us. So J. Scott Campbell, great cover. You made me buy the cover for a book I really don't like.
I was about to ask, why did you buy several covers for a book that you hate?
I liked the cover for that one, and then I bought the Ryan Stegman variant of Hela. It's her like looking up with her mouth open, and light Null is falling into her mouth. I just bought that because it was a homage to Venom. I say homage because I'm stupid. It's an homage to Venom 3, and I was just like, okay, I'll get it. And I bought that one. I bought the same cover. They did another one for Queen in Black 2. I bought that one as well, and I don't think I'm going to buy any more because they actually reused the first cover for the fourth book with a different person falling in Hela's mouth, and I'm just like, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. No. Now you're just wasting my money. Money. So Queen in Black #1. Real quick, so Hela finally arrives on Earth, and she sends her first wave of symbiote soldiers down to Earth, and it's literally just Kree and different aliens from all over the universe bonded with symbiotes. She has them all color coordinated, so that's why all of their dragons on their chests, their dragon, it looks like the spider logo, but now it's retconned to be a dragon. All of them are different colors, so there's the purple team, the blue team, the red team, the yellow team, the green team. And she's sending all of these different teams on different parts of the world to take over those different parts. And Tony Stark and the Avengers are in the Avengers Mansion being like, what do we do? And this is my biggest problem with this book. You ready?
Okay.
And so Tony Stark they're telling Tony like, they think it's Null coming back because Captain Alliance or whatever his name is telling them Null's coming back.
Yeah.
Well, then they learn that it's not Null because Scarlet Witch and Venom J, she touches Venom J to like look through the symbiote's eyes all over the universe and realizes that it's not Null, it's Hela. And Tony Stark makes a comment about how boy, I wish it was Null coming back, because when Hela starts dropping all these things in, nothing happens. It's kind of just like, we're evil symbiotes and we're taking over the world.
Yeah.
But like, if you compare this to King in Black #1, you read King in Black #1, right?
Yeah.
The astronomical stakes that take place in that book minutes into this attack are just destructive. I mean, in King in Black #1, they had all, and this is King in Black, not Queen in Black. In King in Black #1, they had satellites all around the world that were supposed to detonate when the dragons get close.
Yeah.
That failed. Okay, then all the dragons are slamming into the planet, covering everything into symbiotes. Okay, well, now you can't be on the streets because there's symbiotes everywhere. Like, you know, it's just, there's hell everywhere. There's dragons flying. It's not good. Okay, then Sentinels drop down on the planet, or not Sentinels, Celestials drop down on the planet, start destroying the city, and then inside of the Celestial is Null, right? And then they send Bob down. Bob gets killed. The Void gets released. Null absorbs it. Like, everything goes wrong.
Not the Sentry, just Bob.
Just Bob. Yeah. Bob. I just remember him picking up Null, going, "Hi, I'm Bob." That's what I remember from that book. But to compare that to this, all of these things, these symbiote army groups are just dropping in different parts of the planet, just being like, "We've set up our HUD electronic device on this pyramid in Egypt, and slowly we're taking over the world, and we're connecting with this group." And it's a lot of tech talk. There's a lot of technical talk in this book that just makes my brain turn into water.
You know,
And not even flavored water, like salt water.
somebody just took a bottle of water, scooped up the ocean, and said, "Drink this."
Yeah, literally. That's yeah.
You know, one of my problems with a lot of books is that when they only show you these random locations around the world just to emphasize, hey, that we're worldwide, we're taking over the whole world, but you're only going to get this one panel of Egypt, this one panel of France, this one panel of Tokyo, just to emphasize we're all over the world. But when King in Black did it, it was like, those countries that have superhero teams are fighting those symbiotes as well.
Yeah, like everybody is fighting like up to their knees is symbiote, and no one is winning. Yeah. Right? Like, and Tony Stark makes a comment. Did I say that already?
Yeah,
he makes a comment being like, "Oh, don't I miss Null? Like, Hela's so bad that I miss Null." And it's like, dude, you were screwed. I'm cuss.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to do that. You were screwed when Null came in. Hela has been here for probably a few hours, and they're handling it very well.
Yeah.
Wanda goes to Egypt all by herself, and she's like the Sorcerer Supreme or something, or she's some, I think so, and she handles it all by herself. And then Tony's like, well, you've destroyed the pyramids, and she's like, "I'll rebuild it. It's fine. I got powers." It's like, okay, so seems like y'all got this under control. And Hela, you know what she's doing during all this? She's up on her spaceship in her throne drinking wine. And it's like, dude, in King of Black #1, Null was down there. Yeah. Null was killing people. Null was fighting and taking over nobody was. I mean, the first issue, he dropped Eddie off of the Empire State Building and killed him.
Yeah.
Like there were so many stakes in that first issue to set up this whole event of like, oh my gosh, how are we going to stop this? In this, I'm not worried at all. It's just like, okay, well, here's this other creature from this other universe that's got a symbiote, and here's and the final cliffhanger of this issue is the Spidey Friends, which is what they have coined the team of Spider People, which is Venom, Mary Jane, Spider-Man, Dylan as Captain Spider Toxin. You have
Miles?
Not Miles. Black Cat. Did I say Black Cat?
No.
Black Cat. And then there's somebody, Agent Anti-Venom. And that's the Spidey Friends team that go in, and they're on the ground in New York fighting it's just a bunch of Kree soldiers with symbiotes on. And that's really it. Nobody's dying. No, that's crazy. And then the final thing that happens is the Central Intelligence. Is that what it's called?
The Supreme Intelligence.
Supreme Intelligence, with a symbiote inside of it. Yeah. They come down, and that's the end of the book, and it's like, oh crap, what are we gonna do? So literally, it's just this book is just like, what am I reading? And it's starting to feel like a Thor book rather than a Venom book,
right?
Because
Al Ewing's also writing Thor right now.
He is writing Thor, And it just because we see all the different Thor villains, all the tie-ins are Thor related, right? Because of Hela.
Yeah.
And it's just like I just don't care. This is not a Venom event. What is my book pretending to be?
Yeah.
So we get into Queen in Black #2, and it is the whole premise of it is that honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't fully remember what happens. I think this is just more of I think I kind of explained it a little bit from the first issue. Is that it's just
Supreme Intelligence shows up.
Supreme Intelligence shows up, and then let me look real fast just to be sure. Yeah, it's just more fighting all over the globe. Everybody's fighting. Hela is Cable's involved, and Iron Man all of a sudden has this black armor suit that's just not explained how he got it. He's just like, yeah, this is just my anti-symbiote armor or whatever. It's made of Kevlar, I don't know, whatever. And oh yeah, and then on top of it, they're fighting the Central Intelligence, and Toxin turns into Codex again.
Okay.
And he goes full swing to fight
Hela?
To fight the intelligence.
Oh, okay. Supreme
And
Intelligence.
when he hits another symbiote, Hela actually can see into him, and she's like, "Oh, I need to get a hold of you for some reason." And then finally, another pod drops down, and
Helldivers.
yeah, literally another pod drops down, and Toxin Codex says, "Hold that thought. Just one Kree." They call them the Kreebiotes because it's Kree symbiotes. And he says, "Oh no, I know who that is. He made the news when I was a kid for carving FU into Manhattan. It's Marvel Boy with a symbiote." And it's like, who are these characters? It's like we're just pulling random characters out of the random toolbox in your sister's bedroom. Like, this is not this. Like, okay, yeah, I didn't expect that. Just like, oh, cool, my mailman's in this book. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's like you don't expect it, but it's not something you want. It's like reading Absolute Batman, and you're like, oh, what's gonna happen? And it's like, oh, this dog just ate Scarecrow. Didn't expect that. It doesn't mean it's good, It's just this book is so weird. But then finally, the Kree Intelligence or whatever takes Dylan Codex inside of himself in the little, because he's in like a vase with spider leg, and that's how the book ends. This is doo-doo from a butt, man. It's doo-doo from a butt. And I honestly, I'm kind of good, honestly. I'm tempted to not pick any more of this up. Will I stop? Probably not. But I'm definitely done with variants. I'm just gonna grab cover A and be done with it, because this book is it's big words, uncared for action, and it's just like, okay, we have Marvel Boy, the best Marvel character of all time, who definitely belongs in a Venom book. I don't know, what do you think about this?
I'm just like blown away. That's a cool Peach Momoko variant for Venom Unchained.
Yes, it is.
But that's a cool cover. But anyways, no, I mean, I'm just sitting here listening to you, and I just don't care. Like, I
don't care about anything you say. No, I get
I genuinely like. And this goes back. I was gonna talk about a book called "What If Captain America Woke Up in 2099." Sounds like a really cool concept, but I read it and I closed it and I looked at Gabrielle. I said, "This was a waste of my money." I said, "This was it," and I'm bringing this up for a reason. So it's just me. I was going to review it, but it ended up just being like a commentary on like politics today, and it was like, well, if I wanted that, I could just turn on the news.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
It was just annoying. Like, this is a waste of my money. And listening, I don't want to read a book that I care nothing about. Yeah. Like, if you've not invested me, if I'm not hooked, or even if it's like a slow burn, I'll stay with you. Just, it's got to have a good payoff. Yeah. This sounds like it has nothing.
It doesn't.
It is slop. That's why I've made the joke. Here's your slop, Biggie.
Here's your slop, Biggie. Start eating.
Because and I just don't care. And it's honestly, unfortunately, a waste of money for you.
It is.
Because nothing.
And I get it. Like, I'm not. I know there's somebody listening to this being like, Paul, why are you buying this? If you hate it so bad, why are you buying it? I understand. I'm trying to hold out for the end of this. I want a full, complete Venom run. I'm very close.
And it should be over, next month? September?
We have 2 more issues of Venom.
Okay.
So we have 3 issues of Queen in Black and 2 issues of Venom, and I don't know how many Venom Unchained is a separate tie-in, but I'm considering it a pickup. And I'm going to go into that in a minute because that's actually a really more positive look into the book.
Well, Charles Soule writes that,
yes.
and I think his run starts in October.
His run does start in October.
Okay, so we're almost to the end.
We're almost to the end, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to hold out, and I want to read it just to at least be like, I read it, I hated it, I stuck all the way through the end. Will I do this again? I don't know. Will I sell this run? Maybe.
I imagine on your deathbed and your kids are like, Dad, what are your last words? Burn Al Ewing's Venom.
Just don't sell those. They're not good. One cool thing that did come from this book, though,
yes.
that is really stupid, is if you don't know, a lot of this Al's run is based on a concept called Venom World, and it's about the world becoming a Venom world. That's pretty much all I can say because that's all that he's explained about it. But it's the image is a black world with a Venom face on it, kind of like Ego.
Okay.
You know. But they had a little promotional item for this book, and it's a little bouncy ball that has Venom. It's a Venom World bouncy ball, and it's got Venom's face on one side and Queen in Black on the other. And I have it in a case sitting on this table right now as we speak.
It is pretty cool.
It's kind of cool. I like the little promotional things because those are things like I still have my temporary tattoos from Absolute Carnage. I have this now. These are things that like you just will never get. You know what I mean?
Right.
You'll never I'll never find this anywhere.
Right.
Because, kids are going to just bounce it and then they're going to lose it and then it's over,
one thing I do wish I still had, I don't have it anymore, but when X-Men were relaunching into the Krakoa era where they had that whole island that they lived on and everything.
Yeah.
Because Krakoa was made from like seeds, it's a plant and everything. Marvel's promotional thing was a bag of actual seeds.
That's really cool.
And I had those and I remember... I remember buying them. I thought this is, or getting them. And I'm like, this is a cool idea. I mean, I know it's just going to be flowers or whatever, but it's still cool. And my mom was like, "You do realize like they're not going to grow into anything special, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, but it's a cool idea.
Yeah,
it's just a cool little promotional thing."
Yeah.
I never did plant them, but they're probably dead now.
Well, you still have the seeds?
No, I don't have them.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean.
It's just cool to have like
cool,
the promo stuff.
It's a cool thing that's just like, oh, I have the promotional seeds from this thing,
right.
Because somebody out there is going to be like, I wish I had that. I want that, and they'll buy it. I mean, like, hey, I wish I had the Queen in Black promotional bouncy ball, or the Absolute Carnage temporary tattoos, or the Blood Hunt vampire teeth. I have those in my desk.
Didn't they do? Speaking of Blood Hunt, and I'm sorry,
go ahead.
Didn't they do a variant with actual like blood printed into it?
I'm not sure.
I thought they did.
There's a Kiss comic that has blood. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah,
so
that might be what I'm thinking.
One of the band Kiss, their first book, the ink is red, and it's actually they it's not all their blood, but they donated blood into the ink that got mixed with it. So all the books are printed in their blood. Yeah. Which is really cool.
Which seems to be a common thing. This is totally off topic.
Yeah, no.
But like Mark Gruenwald was a big Captain America writer in the 90s, and he was hugely influential in Marvel in the 90s. And when he passed away, he created the Squadron Supreme, and he was very, very proud of the Squadron Supreme. So his ashes are actually mixed into the the ink for the first edition trade paperbacks.
Oh,
for
that's
Squadron
really
Supreme.
cool. I mean, that stuff's cool.
Yeah.
It's like I'm a part of this. Like,
right.
I don't know. It's cool to own a Kiss book where you're like, their blood is in this book.
Right,
Like, I don't know. It's stupid, but it's just it scratches that little itch on the back.
Right. Venom Unchained, anyways.
Yes. So we have Venom Unchained. I decided I did buy the cover A, because I actually never ran across this cover, and after I read that book, I was like, do they have any cool variants for this? And I saw the Peach Momoko cover, which is Venom on the bottom, and there's a little spot with Sleeper in the middle. Sleeper Cat. I love Sleeper Cat, by the way. I think Sleeper Cat is the coolest, cutest thing ever. And I was like, this cover is very nice. I'm gonna buy it. There's a reason why I bought it. So reading this book, this takes place from Eddie's point of view during Queen in Black, which he's in prison. Okay. So he's been in prison for a long time. Yeah. And he meets with a lawyer. It's not a special lawyer like Matt Murdock or anything crazy. It's just, actually he says that like Matt Murdock won't take him and like nobody. So he's literally just stuck with this crappy lawyer. Yeah. And this lawyer kind of talks to him. He's like, Eddie, what I tell everybody is every person that enters prison, the way you get out of this is by having a purpose and a reason to leave. And he says, you know, what I tell, and it's kind of bad advice. It's like, you know, you have to find your purpose to be let out of here.
Okay.
And he's like, okay. And he has these dreams about being bonded with a symbiote again. And he's like, that's my purpose. And then when this Queen in Black stuff starts, he's like, this is my moment.
Yeah.
Right. And he's been in prison for a long time.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's like, this is my moment. And he tries to tell the guards, he's like, I need to get out of here. Please let me out. Like this is my moment to get out. And they're like, yeah, right. Shut up, you loser. And, you know, he's back in prison. And he just kind of gets to this point where he's like, I'm done. Like, I wish I could go back, and I wish I could do something, but I just can't do it. And, he starts to see symbiote tendrils in his prison cell. And he hears a voice, and he looks down, and it's Sleeper Cat in the bottom of his cell.
Cool.
And I was like, that is really cool. Because Sleeper Cat is kind of like his own thing. He doesn't really need a host. He's kind of just going around doing whatever. And that was a really, because if you don't know, the first human that Sleeper Cat ever bonded with, or Sleeper ever bonded with, was Eddie. Yeah. Actually. So, because in that book, Telcar took the symbiote, and then that symbiote bonded with Eddie. Mm-hmm. So that was just so cool. And I was like, oh, okay. We're getting Sleeper. Sleeper's coming to help Eddie.
Okay.
So maybe he's going to bond with him. I don't know. Very cool, very cute. I love Sleeper. I think Sleeper needs, like, Al Ewing has kind of just used him as like a, the cat comes and goes. Yeah. And it's kind of just whatever. But like, it was very exciting. I was like, oh, like, and is this book I don't think I really rated Queen in Black. I'll rate it really quick. Null is off the pull list. Queen in Black is never on the pull list. And this book is on the pull list. Okay. It's not the best. Okay. Because it's just like we are getting started. Okay. But from reading it, I can tell that Charles Soule knows Venom stuff because he references some things that I'm like, okay, he knows some things. And the fact that Sleeper Cat is who rescues Eddie is like, okay, that's a good opener. Yeah. But I need more before I can be fully gung-ho and excited. I need more. But that's why I bought this cover, was because I was like, I want the cover with Sleeper Cat on it. And Peach Momoko is great. I love Peach Momoko. So that's on the pull list.
Okay, one quick note about Venom Unchained. Do you think... I asked you this before we started recording. Do you think Charles Soule is using this book? He's writing it because he has to within the confines of Al Ewing's run, but he's going to use it to be like, okay, I'm dipping my toes, and then I'm going to give you a preview of what I'm going to do.
I think so, because now thinking about it on the spot, I don't know how to answer that, because it does tie into Al's stuff.
Right, because it has to.
But unfortunately, it has to. Yeah, because how you can't just you know, I joke if like, oh, if they ever let me write Venom, I would just have Eddie Brock wake up and be like, ooh, that was a rough nightmare, you know, or it would be Dylan Venom swinging away from the final frame in Venom 200, and he would have this weird alternate vision, be like, that was weird, whatever, and then that's just it. And it's nothing. It's like that never happened. It was all just a vision. Sorry, everybody, you've wasted your time and money. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Unfortunately, I have to. But people like this run. I don't get it. They like it. Whatever. So now we go to Venom 260, which we get this is Dylan's story while inside the what is it?
Supreme
Intelligence. Sorry, I keep messing it up. I'm like, there's something intelligent. I don't know.
Who really cares?
I'm not intelligent reading this book, but you know, but he's inside the Central Intelligence. Supreme Intelligence. See, I keep messing it up. I keep at the Supreme Intelligence, and he's thinking back to everything that's happened throughout all of Al Ewing's run. Okay. So this is back even with the stuff before All New Venom. Okay. So he's thinking about how he was homeless and he didn't have anybody, and Eddie was never there, and he starts to think back to his time as Venom when he fought Carnage, because there was that small Carnage arc in that, and Carnage stabbed him and killed him. And it kind of segues off of this remembering everything to this side story that happened in the middle of all that. When Dylan died, he went to this other universe where this giant Venom hand exists that has all 5 of his fingers on fire, and he will answer 5 questions. Okay, that was a thing back in Venom War or whatever. That was like the big finale of where Eddie Brock will eventually lead to in that weird time thing. Yeah, you're
okay.
yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
so Dylan starts asking him all these questions. He's like, well, like, you know, what is the meaning of all this and blah 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 blah. And the hand changes its appearance to be Eddie Brock as the King in Black. So in Venom War, there was two options of how things were supposed to turn out. If Dylan got the symbiote, the world would become Venom World, as in the bouncy ball, right?
Right.
If Eddie got the symbiote, he would become a King in Black so powerful he would basically become a version of Null, almost. He would become an evil King in Black. And this is that Eddie.
Okay.
But he's not evil. So he talks to Dylan and he's kind of just like, you know, this, like, I wish I'm sorry your father. And Dylan's, you know, like, I hate you, Dad, you know, the normal thing. And Eddie's kind of like, you know, if I could go back and kick my own ass, I would. You know, I've been a bad person to you and I've not been there. And I'm sorry for all that you've had to go through. And they have this little heartfelt moment where it's like, you know, hey, Dylan, you know, I love you and I care about you. And this is Eddie Brock talking. I'm not your Eddie, but I'm still Eddie, and I'm telling you all this, whatever. It's kind of weird. It kind of just feels out of place because it's weird that this happened that far back into time, yet we never saw, because if you had an experience like this, you would immediately feel different about your dad, even though he wasn't around, right? And he didn't. You know, like, we get All New Venom where he's still mad. He's like, Eddie's not my dad. I hate him. It's like, he would not be saying those things if this did happen.
Yeah.
So this is a really weird retcon that just makes what's about to happen more okay.
Okay.
And maybe he just kind of forgot about it, and now but it doesn't make sense to it doesn't make sense to revisit that memory to then unlock a new memory. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But then he breaks out of, he's still in the container, but he breaks out of this symbiote control. And who is on the outside of the container about to break in? It's Eddie bonded with Sleeper.
Oh,
and
okay.
he says, I forget what he says. He's like, you know, Dad, I'm back. I'm here for you, Dylan. And it's Eddie Brock as Sleeper. He's like a Venom looking Sleeper.
Yeah.
So glad to get Eddie Brock back in the picture. He's got a presence, but again, this is Queen in Black, and this whole book has just been whatever. So, this is just kind of like I'm climbing up the exit to this evil ass cave, and I see the sunlight, and it's starting to touch my face, and I'm like, vitamin D. Oh, I forgot what this feels like. So, you know, again, this was a better issue of Venom, mainly because it didn't focus on Mary Jane Venom. It focused on Venom characters, and the retcon doesn't feel like it belongs, but I'm glad to see Sleeper. It was an Agent Sleeper Venom. It wasn't Monster Sleeper, which is what I would have personally wanted, but you know what? I'm not going to be a beggar. I'm just going to, you know.
I'm going to be a chooser.
I'm just, yeah.
Because, you know, the saying is beggars can't be choosers. He said, I'm not going to be a beggar.
I was thinking about in the Odyssey, Robert Pattinson goes, can someone get these beggars out of here? But yeah, so that was Venom 260.
Oh, that's cool.
Should I go ahead and open? Should I wait and do Queen of Black now?
Let's do it.
You're do Queen. Okay, so before I go, I got one last book, Horror of Godzilla. I've got to open my Queen in Black blind bag. It is time. Are you videoing this?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are gonna video. I guess y'all will probably see it on social media. You're gonna hear it on the podcast, but see it on social. I don't know what this could be. It could be a sketch. It could just be a variant. Now, all the variants in this blind bag are exclusive to the blind bag. You don't actually get, like, I won't get cover A again, which would really suck. Watch me actually do that. That would suck. Really bad.
I would laugh.
And I've had this for like 3 weeks. I've not opened it. I've kind of forgot about it. If I can actually open it. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. You can hear it on the microphone. You can see it on the camera. It says Hell on Earth, and it's your little cover, so you don't get, you can't sneak and look. And we got the...
Oh my goodness.
Gosh. Wow. Well. So I got the DNA really hot swimsuit Venom MJ cover. This is a nice cover, honestly. This is a nice cover. sorry, Elise, if you're looking at this, but this is what I pulled. So no sketch cover, but damn. All right, well, that is really cool. I'll take it. That's been the best thing about this whole book is getting that cover. That was not a waste of money at all.
Next time I come over, you're gonna have it like framed.
It's gonna be hanging up on my wall, and I'll be like, sometimes I look at what we could have had. Sometimes I think of what could be rather than what was.
That is not what I expected.
Not what I expected at all. The only cover I knew there were sketch variants, but I also knew there was like a queen. There was a Queen in Black Marvel Rivals cover that I thought was really cool. That's one of the things you can unlock in the game. That's not what I expected, but
I didn't either.
HEL as in hell.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hella yeah. So I got one final book to review on my pull. Sorry, my pull list has been very long today. I got Horrors of Godzilla.
It's
now,
a really cool cover.
This is a Nirvana Comics exclusive cover from Knoxville.
Really?
They got an exclusive cover. It is of Godzilla swimming in the water with his spikes coming above the water, crashing through boats while helicopters are flying over, and Godzilla has this really freaky green undertone. So this book explores Japan in the 1950s.
Okay.
And in this book, we get some terrifying stuff. So a scientist is trying to unlock a new form of energy, and they are experimenting it. It's Tokyo, Japan in 1954.
Okay.
And they're experiencing this new green energy radiated thing, and
Okay.
it's a raging energy almost. It's almost like it's
Gamma,
so
okay.
it's not gamma, but
Okay.
it's like it's so powerful that it's like this they compare it to rage.
Okay. Okay.
And just because it's constantly explosive and
Yeah.
it's just powerful. And the main woman who was working on this we see her looking over the destroyed Tokyo, Japan city that has been completely demolished and destroyed. And she is talking with some Congress people in Japan about what it was she was doing, what it was that how did this happen, and how does the work you did relate to all of this? And she says that they tested it on a sleeping species that was underwater. They tested the energy on this species. Why? F if I know, man. But we get these amazing shots that are
cool.
just like if you've ever seen the ocean, like if you've ever been to the beach and it's like midnight, the one of the scariest things is the deep darkness that is above the ocean. I've been on a cruise and that's just like all around you,
right?
Which it's really scary. And the art of this is amazing because they
so
capture
good.
the only thing that's showing the light is the green that's coming off of Godzilla because he's taken in this energy, this evil energy. And
insert sound effects for the roar.
I'm not gonna do anything. This is gonna be but you can just see his eyes.
That's so cool.
And this green energy starts to light up the sky, and all of the Tokyo citizens are just looking up and like, what is that? What's going on? And people start evacuating. They start to leave because
so cool.
There's green lightning and it's just storming. And there's one guy who's driving, and some guy opens the back of his car and he's like, "Get in now, my wife, she's pregnant. We gotta go. We need to get it far away from this. I don't know what this is, but we need to get away from it." And in trying to drive away, there's a huge tsunami that comes in that covers all these cars and it drowns them. So these people die in this tsunami. And we go back to the woman talking to the congressman, the woman who's kind of involved in this, and she mentions how that that she describes it as like if it was some kind of an animal, a mountain walking, that was just causing destruction and damage, and it kills not for survival, but as if destruction is its biological imperative. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then we see more people drowning, and we see people dying from it walking up on shores. And they're saying that, like, you made contact with this, like, you are the one who caused this. And she says, because of your negligence, cities are our falling armies are being destroyed. Like, the reason that this isn't being handled is because your cities are not strong, your armies are not tough. Like, things are just, nothing is good. Everything bad's going on. And she says that the research of this could possibly save the world, and that they should not send her to prison because they're like, well, your research is what caused all this. And she's like, well, it actually might save the world. And that's the final thing we see of her in this conversation. And the last bits we get is it starts to rain, and this rain is extremely acidic. So it starts burning all the people, and their faces are melting off, and all the people are trying to rush in. They have families, and this acid rain is just pouring on them, while Godzilla just stands in the background and watches.
Oh
And
my gosh!
you see that this amazing splash panel of Godzilla, and his light is green. There's green lightning. It's scary, and his eyes. He just has these two white dots. His eyes. It's so small. It's terrifying. But then we go back to the court scene one last time where she talks about what this is, which it's called Kaisei, which I don't know what it is still. It's still very mystery. And we see all those people who were getting hit by the rain mutate into these monsters. So they're turning into these human monster disfigured things. And finally, the lady says, Kaisei will lead the way to a brighter future. And that's what it says over this shot of these people being transformed into monsters.
Oh my gosh!
And
Who
that is
publishes that? Is it IDW or is it Image?
IDW. Yep.
Okay.
So very good.
Wow.
I'm gonna put this on my pull list. I think I didn't know. I thought it was a one shot. It is not. It's because it says to be continued, and it shows the cover for issue 2. So I think I'm gonna grab this.
Okay.
I like Godzilla. I think Godzilla's cool. I love -1. I don't know if you've ever seen Godzilla -1.
No.
It's a very good book, or very good movie. And I think Godzilla being a nighttime horror monster. And there's this energy, like, I don't know, there's just so much going on that I'm very invested in. So I'm eager to see more. And the cover sold it because I saw the Nirvana Comics cover, and I asked them what it was, and they're like, "Oh, it's our exclusive cover." And they're like, "You want it?" And they just set it in front of me. It's like, "Yeah, I'll take it, fine."
Yeah.
And which was dumb because I didn't even look in it. And then when I got in the car, I started flipping through it, and I was like, "Oh, this actually looks really cool."
That looks really cool. I love the color with the green, and it's just green, black, and white. Like that's the only colors used in the scenes with Godzilla. Yeah. That is cool.
So on the pull list.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you're reading stuff other than Marvel and DC.
It's nice. This was definitely a surprise because I read this one today, and I was like, this isn't bad, and I love just the minimalist of Godzilla just standing there watching as people transform into these monsters. I don't know.
It looks cool. It's really cool. I'm also glad to see for the first time since you pulled this Mary Jane bikini cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it out here. Beautiful.
Gabrielle's gonna walk in. I'm like, ah!
No, nothing. We're looking at good content, is what we're doing.
But I'm glad to see like you have something that you're really enjoying outside of Absolute Batman, because Venom obviously hasn't been doing it for you, and I've been trying to get you to come over to the indie side for a little bit, and I'm glad to see that. Honestly, I might have to hop on because it looks good.
It looks really cool.
I don't like horror stuff, but like Godzilla perfectly works.
Perfect horror monster. Yeah. And just because a lot of movies do Godzilla during the daytime. He's always attacking during the day, and I get it because you want to see him. But like having something where you don't see him is just kind of like you know. So.
Okay, I got to go back to this DNA Queen in Black cover real quick. I just love the contrast between DNA's variants.
Yeah, because I know. Yeah, your Transformer cover is, like if Gabriella walks in, I'm fine because she can tell that whose is who and knows that I like Transformers and you really love women. Oh, she's probably like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, but we have some other news to talk about.
We do. Yes.
To wrap up the episode, the D23 was this weekend. Mm-hmm. And so there's of course a lot of big movie news. No comic news really. We do have one comic thing that was announced this week.
Okay.
I do want to talk about real quick, and that is the Marvel Star Wars crossover comic.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I thought you had mentioned that, and I didn't. I was like, I have not heard about that, so it
Yeah.
doesn't exist. and then I saw that it does exist, and I was like, oh,
Does-
Venom's on the cover with Darth Vader. That's
right
pretty
beside
cool.
Darth Vader, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I will probably get it and
Mhm.
check it out. It runs from January to May of
Mhm.
next year. It is written by Kevin Smith.
Mhm.
A lot of people are like, oh, Kevin Smith.
Oh yeah, that actually now that he's one of mine that I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
no.
I'll still pick it up. The art looks incredible because the person who did the promotional art, David Marquez,
Mhm.
is the one doing the interiors, and I've always loved his art. So I'll pick it up for that reason. Even if it's a crappy book, it's the first time they've ever crossed over ever. So that'll be really cool to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just announced, and I think it could be potentially good.
It is fully Marvel and Disney, so
Well,
you know it's hey two negatives have to equal a positive, right?
yeah, math, something like
What
that.
if it's a double negative? What if it's negative plus a negative equals super negative?
Oh, God.
Big
I
negative.
don't expect it to be anything like incredible.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to be absolute Batman level. It's not going to be Transformer level. It's not going to be Horrors of Godzilla level.
Yeah.
And I fully expect like really dumb jokes.
It'll be cool to have.
It'll be cool to have.
Yeah.
It'll be cool to see. It's just cool to see Darth Vader and Doctor Doom together.
Mhm.
The concept is somebody casts a spell, whether it's Doom or Scarlet Witch, Strange, somebody, and it brings the events of A New Hope to Earth.
Okay.
That's the premise. That's what they've
Interesting.
announced so far.
Okay. Now, is this a series or is this
This is a
one-shot?
5-issue series
Okay. Wow.
from January to May.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
So commitment.
Yeah.
Dang.
Don't like that here.
Why do you think I got this Mary Jane cover?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm kidding. Sorry, I can't stop looking at it.
I know. You know,
like we're talking and we're just both kind of just like.
I'm still just like blown away that this is the one you got.
This is the best.
Like, I think this is why I keep looking at it, because it's like,
There's
that's
no way.
really the one you pulled. Like,
Hey,
of
you
all
know,
the ones
I'm
you
glad.
pulled.
I'm glad they put that in a mystery bag because there are men out. You know there are okay from working in a comic book store.
Oh, yeah.
We both know that there is definitely those guys out there that they like their hot women and they buy it. Like and they're you just know it. Like I've seen it all, man. I've seen people
Yeah.
buy nude stuff. I've seen it. So having this in a blind bag gets past that. So you know, like you take it home, but you don't know.
You feel less dirty.
You feel less
You
dirty.
feel
It's
less
like, well, the
guilty.
universe gave it to me. I can't just throw it away. You know, like there's a reason that this happened. And you know what? I've always said it that like I don't like MJ as Venom, but I love the MJ Venom variants, and I love this variant.
Oh, man.
This is I promise this is not fake. This is real. That's great. I love this.
But anyways.
Can we post that on our socials?
Yeah, we're going
Okay,
to.
okay.
Yeah.
So if you're not go to Comic Nation 1776 and you will see me opening that live on the air. So you'll
Yeah.
actually see us recording, and you know what you just heard, you'll see it. So there you go.
Well, anyways, we're getting that crossover.
Yeah.
On bigger news, we have the X-Men cast fully announced.
We do.
Anything you want to say on that?
We have Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. I think that's really exciting.
Yeah.
We have Indy Navarrete
Yeah.
as
Rogue,
who she played Nikki in Obsession. Very good actress.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm really happy for her.
Yeah.
You know, this is like because I watched some videos of her talking about how she's just auditioned, and that's an actor thing, you know, like Elise, she's an actor and she deals with that.
Yeah.
That you can audition again and again and you just don't get roles sometimes. It's not because you're bad, it's just because it just doesn't work out.
Right.
And she dealt with the same thing. So she kept auditioning and she got Obsession, which literally did wonders for her. And then finally, she's going to be in an X-Men. So
Yeah.
I think that's a cool achievement,
that's
you
cool.
know? So that just lets you know that, like, don't give up on hope. But she seems like a really genuine person.
She
And
does.
this is a very, like, old man thing for me to say, but I hope she doesn't get consumed by Hollywood.
Yeah.
I hope she stays who she is and just enjoys what she's doing.
Yeah, she was also in Superman and Lois. She did a really good job in that.
Yeah.
And I've seen clips of her saying like, people have asked her like, "What are you obsessed with?" Or what were you obsessed as a childhood?
Yeah.
And she was like, Optimus Prime. I'm
That's
like,
peak.
I fully support you in whatever you want to do
Yeah,
in life.
yeah, yeah. She says some. She'll just be talking. She'll be like, "I love this nerd thing," and I'm like, "Huh." Wow. Damn. Kidding.
But anyway, so our X-Men lineup is we have Professor X,
Yep.
we have Cyclops,
Yep.
Storm, Rogue, Jean. I think that's it.
I think yeah, and then there's
And then Adam Driver is cast as Mr. Sinister
Yep.
as the villain.
Yep. How did that get confirmed? Because they had said Magneto in the video, and
Well,
then they
I think it was rumors for the longest time, like he was going to be Magneto,
right.
and then I think they just kind of let it play along. It's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah,
Yeah, he's Magneto,
Yeah.
and then yeah.
and then it was like, no, he's Mr. Sinister.
Okay, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. I could see that
I think he'll be a better Mr. Sinister than he will be Magneto.
for sure. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say on X-Men? 2028 is the release date.
I hope that's enough time for me to watch all the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Because I need to do that, and I mean, we're getting a
This is
fresh start, so I guess let's see.
However, this is the third iteration of X-Men in nearly 30 years.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. If it's
We'll
good.
see, yeah.
Hopefully it is.
Yeah.
Vision Quest, we got a trailer and a poster.
Which looks very interesting. Ultron's back,
Ultron's back.
and he's living inside of Vision's brain,
That's what it seems.
mind chip, or whatever.
Honestly, I liked it better. Ultron's a cool villain.
Mhm.
I like the end of Age of Ultron, the ambiguity. I don't see a need to bring him back, personally.
And also bringing him back as like a in your brain friend feels weird.
Yeah.
That just feels not Ultron. Like I can already tell that like that's going to be the thing, and then Ultron's going to stab him in the back.
Right.
Because that's what Ultron does. Why would he even bring Ultron back?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Ultron, literally, they had to destroy every robot just to eradicate his existence.
Right.
And it's like, why? Like, do you really think that there's good in that?
Yeah.
I mean, bro almost extinguished the Earth. You know,
Right,
so like,
right.
I don't know. I could take it. I could leave it. you
Yeah.
know, so.
Will I watch it? Probably. More
I
Piggy
might.
Eat Your Slop.
Yeah. Here, Piggy, eat your slop. Okay,
Yeah.
give me a spork, please. you know?
But beyond that, we also got a Doomsday new trailer,
We did get a new Doomsday
poster,
trailer. Mhm.
and apparently at D23 there was a big cardboard cutout.
I don't know if that's at D23. I think those are in theaters.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
they're actually like theater. Like you know how like they have the cardboard things
Yeah.
in lobbies. I think
That
that's
makes
what
it
yeah.
worse.
It does make it worse. That's why the general pub. We saw a video. So real quick, let me go through two things really fast that
Yeah.
happened before we start talking about the trailer. The first thing was that there was a video on social media of a guy walking up to the cardboard cutout and kneeling to it, and I'm like, okay, dude. Like
Yeah.
it made me cringe. And again, whatever. If that's people's thing, go for it. I'm allowed to cringe. I think it's cringy, but people are
Yeah.
allowed to do whatever they want. And we also saw a video this morning, and it actually made me call Clayton, in which his wife responded, "Dang, Paul's up early," because I'm never up at 8:00. And I told, or 9:00, and I told Clayton, it was these guys reacting to the trailer, and in the trailer there is a shot where Doom uses his Doom powers to bring some Sentinels to life. There's like
Emphasis
5
on
Sentinels from the X-Men universe. If you don't know, like me, which I'm surprised that I know this, Sentinels are mutant hunting robots, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That are purple, and they are robots.
Yeah.
They're not alive, and they Doom revives these Sentinels that I guess have been dead, and they stand up or whatever. And there was 2 guys reacting to it on the internet. They were like, "There's 5 Galactuses? Oh my gosh!" So Doom is like Silver Surfer because his armor's silver. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my brain is having an aneurysm. What is happening? And it was
And then they doubled down on it in the comment section.
yeah, because then people were in the comments going, no, those are the Sentinels. Those are not like trying to be, like, hey, you're respectfully wrong.
Yeah.
And they're like, no,
One
source.
one of their comments was like, "Prove it."
I think it's rage bait. It has to be
has to
rage
be.
bait. If it's not, then guys, come on now. So
Well, anyways, as for the trailer itself,
yeah,
I thought it was a much better trailer than the first one we got. This was the trailer from Comic-Con, San Diego
Yes.
Comic-Con. And like we said on the show, I think it's a much better trailer than the first one.
it is.
You could have got me far more excited for this movie if you would have released this one first.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, like we see more of Doom. We hear Doom. It's really cool. His interaction with Mr. Fantastic is like, Mr. Fantastic is like, "Did you do this? Doom, did you do this?
Right.
Like, or Victor, did you do this?"
Yeah.
And he's like, like, I mean, he's not saying anything, but he did.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think that Robert Downey Jr. will be a good Doctor Doom from this trailer.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit hopeful. Am I hopeful for the movie? We'll see.
The way I told Gabriella is that, will we watch it? Yes.
Mhm.
Will we watch it opening day? Probably not.
Yeah.
Which will break my tradition. I've seen every Avengers since the very first one on opening day.
I mean, we can do it if you want
We
to.
could, but
We do have a podcast. We can
Well,
throw
I
it
guess-
on, you know?
with great power comes great responsibility.
You know, that's why I'm picking up Queen in Black.
No, that's different. That's different.
I don't know. I think I did hear a rumor that that there's some shots in the trailer that are AI. I still don't know if it is AI. I don't know if I'll go see it. I just don't want to support that kind of
Sure.
AI in filmmaking. I think there are, hot take. I think there are some things that AI could be useful in filmmaking. You know, it helps us with our notes and it does things like that. But I don't think it's useful in making film or doing CGI. A work that a human can do, no. Research, no. Like, I think,
That brings up a point that was not not in our notes to talk about at all. Supergirl has under more flack right now
it's under a lot, yeah.
because they were trying to promote that the film is now streaming, and they released on their socials that the director and Jason Momoa were trying to draft what Lobo was going to look like in the film, and they used AI to conceptualize what Lobo could look like.
Okay, interesting.
And a lot of people have thrown a fit,
Mm-hmm.
and they have taken all those videos down. They've scrubbed them all
Wow, yeah.
because of the backlash. And I commented on there, and I said, what we've said before, AI is a tool. Use it for tools. If it's going to take a job away from somebody, then it doesn't need to be there.
Right.
But also, I said, what is infuriating about this is that you are literally making a comic book movie. You are literally doing something where there is an industry full of people who draw for a living
Yeah.
to help you conceptualize this character.
Literally, yep.
Why not use them?
Yeah.
Why not? There's a bajillion artists right off the top of my head I could think of that would draw a fantastic interpretation of Jason Momoa as Lobo.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they would love to do it.
Well, shoot, they probably have plenty of room to hire Marvel artists that all just got fired. So, I mean... And that art is so good. Like, I love picking up the art books.
The Andy Park art?
Yeah, the art of Spider-Man: Homecoming and all this. I have all those books. I love looking through those, even at the concepts that they don't use. Like the trial and error of making a film and making character designs. That is so great.
Yeah,
because it's like, okay, what could we have had? How did we get from this to this? I don't. It's great to see all those changes and adjustments, and I think that's part of the experience. Is that oh, okay, like here's this new draft of the suit, right? Let's say we're talking about a Spider-Man suit, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, here's the new draft of the suit. What do we like? I don't like this. I don't like this, and then we rework it again, and it's just that reworking until you get it just right.
Right.
I hate that. AI should not do that. You know, AI should not do that. Like, I think that I don't know.
If you're using it as a tool, all power to you. If you're using it to take away from something that somebody could be doing, that's the problem.
That's literally the problem. And these artists are great.
Yeah.
It's what they do, and let them do their job.
And that's what people have said before.
Let the AI wash dishes, man.
Right,
Like,
right.
I don't want to
That's
wash my
what you said.
dishes. Yeah.
And comic artists and writers have come out in the past before and said the movie industry wants nothing to do with us.
Yeah, which is not
And
good. Yeah.
No. That was a side tangent. Just talking
Sorry,
about AI
yeah,
and
but
Supergirl.
I hope that Avengers Doomsday is not. Again, I keep seeing things, but I also it could just be bad CGI. I can't tell if it's
I think Thor's face when he's fighting Doom, it just looks off to me.
it does look off. Yeah.
But I can't tell if it's bad CGI or if it's.
If it's just AI,
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't tell either.
But for a multi-billion-dollar company, they have the money to make good
They have
AI.
they can make AI look very good. But again, it's I've noticed that AI recently is starting to get harder for me to tell because there's been some things that's been AI that I'm like I genuinely can't tell.
Right.
Usually I can. Usually I can see something and be like, oh, that's for sure. Like I can tell
Right.
because of this, or I can tell because of the colors, or whatever. But it's getting better in a not good way, and I just. Come on, guys. Let's reel back in. So, we'll see. But
other news we got, less comic book related, is Ahsoka season 2. We got a trailer. I really like season 1. Hayden Christensen has a much bigger role as Anakin in this one.
okay.
We are apparently getting more Clone Wars flashbacks.
Ooh.
So I will definitely watch this. I love season 1. Season 1 came out at a challenging time in my life, and so maybe that's why I hold Ahsoka season 1 in a very special place for me. I'm excited for season 2.
Yeah.
And we also got news about Star Wars Starfighter
Okay.
featuring Ryan Gosling.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Directed by Sean Levy. Both of them will be working on Ghost Rider
Yep.
right after this. What we know so far about this movie, apparently there was a clip shown at D23. I've not seen it anywhere. But he is a character named Cade. And I don't know why that name is so popular. Cade was also the name of Mark Wahlberg's character in Transformers: Age of Extinction.
Okay.
Cade has also shown up in a couple other places.
Cade 6 in Destiny.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't know why that's such a popular name.
My dad has a friend named Cade. He's cool.
Yeah. Shout out to Cade.
Shout out to Cade.
If your name's Cade and you're listening, well, I'm not hating on your name.
Hey,
You
yeah.
got a cool
Hey,
name.
can you comment on this episode saying Cade here?
We'll shout you out next
Or if
episode.
you're not, if your name's something else, just text us Cade here. I don't know. I just probably flooded our Instagram with Cades.
I'm like,
If people start making fake accounts going, "Hi, I'm Cade," and it's just people like, "Hey, Cade here." That would be funny. That would make us laugh.
But and he's apparently flying the fastest starfighter in the galaxy, and that's Ryan Gosling's character.
Interesting.
And somebody commented on our post that we did talking about all this, and they're like, how many fastest starfighters in the galaxy are there in Star Wars?
I was about to say, because wasn't the Millennium Falcon?
That's what I said.
supposed
I
to
said
be the-
just one. I said the one that ran the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs.
Yeah. Just the one. Yeah, I'm unfortunately been very out of Star Wars. That
Yes.
is one thing that I did quit. That is one drug that I stopped taking. Queen of Black, I just can't get off of it. But I got really tired of Star Wars, and you've been trying to get me back on.
I've been trying.
with Maul and
Maul
a bunch
was
of other
really good.
things, and I've just had a really hard time. So Mandalorian season 3 was not good for me. So when I watched it, I was just like, what are they doing?
Star Wars is in this weird state. I used to be a huge Star Wars fan, and I think you did too.
I did. Mhm.
But I kind of fell off. Even though looking back, I regret my decision. But I really did like.
Let me say one thing really quick. We went to see Rise of Skywalker together, and when it was over, first of all, I had to sit near one of my high school professors that was not nice to me, so that was not fun because I could hear him laughing at all the jokes in the movie, and I'm like, oh, I hate
It
this
was
guy.
unfortunate because the way our tickets ended up working,
Yeah,
we didn't get to sit
we didn't
together
get to sit
anyways.
together. Like I sat in the front row, and then you sat like 3 rows behind
Yeah.
me, just because it was it was opening night, wasn't it?
No,
It was like
it's like a week later or something.
the theater was full.
It was still
It was
packed.
very full. And I walked out of that movie, and we reconvened
Yeah.
in the middle. What'd you think? And I went, dude, that sucked. And you were like, dude, that was awesome. And you bought like a ticket. Like I remember you bought like
I bought the special ticket.
The special ticket. Every time I see a special ticket, I think of you because
Really?
of that. Mm-hmm.
It's a special ticket of Kylo Ren's like mask, and it just fades away into like Star Destroyers and
It's
TIE
a cool
fighters.
it's a cool
It is a
artwork.
ticket.
What made you can I real quick?
Okay.
What made you change your opinion on that movie?
Just thinking about it, because really I think The Mandalorian at the time because The Mandalorian was coming out at the same time, like season 1, season 2.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I'm really excited for this. I really love where we're going with Star Wars, and I think I was just in a mentality of like Star Wars is on a high note right now, because I had fallen out because of The Last Jedi. I hated The Last Jedi.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I hated it too.
I hated Last Jedi. But then what brought me back was Clone Wars Season 7. What brought me back, which Rise of Skywalker came out 2019, so it was before COVID. So Clone Wars hadn't come out yet. But Mandalorian is what really brought me back. I was like loving Star Wars.
Mandalorian was amazing.
First 2 seasons, incredible. I stayed up until 3:30 one night just to watch the Ahsoka episode and the Luke episode.
You pulled a me move.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But that was before I had a wife or a kid. Or,
Right, yeah.
So it didn't matter.
Responsibilities, yeah.
But I'll never forget that. Shout out to Andrew, my good friend Andrew.
I love Andrew.
Yeah.
Hi, Andrew.
Yeah.
Does he listen?
I don't know. He needs to.
Andrew,
beat him up if he doesn't.
Yeah, if you don't listen, we're gonna find
But
you.
to be fair, he also just had a baby, so
that's not a good
congrats to them,
excuse.
but-
Yeah, that's a lame excuse.
yeah, it's true. I have a baby and I make this podcast.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
But yeah, Andrew and I, we'd stay up and we'd talk about it. It's so cool. But anyways, but I was just in that mentality of like Star Wars is on a high note. Like I'm so in love with Star Wars. Anything that comes out is like I'm looking at it with rose-colored glasses. And then like as the years have gone by, I look back at that movie. I haven't rewatched it since that time. So that we went.
Right. Yeah.
And as I look
haven't
back,
either. Yeah.
As I look back on it, I think that movie probably hit the high note for me because I was thinking because they banked on nostalgia. It's a nostalgia movie because they even have that festival in that movie where they're talking about it only happens every like 42 years or something, and that was how many years it was between the Return of the Jedi and Rise of Skywalker.
Right.
And it was we got a good quote unquote Luke back based versus what we got in the Last Jedi.
Right.
Kylo Ren had like his little redemption arc. The ending where she fights Palpatine. It's like, and I am all the Jedi.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool. But like looking back, it's just like it was nostalgia, and it's like they had no direction of what they wanted to do. They just wanted to make money.
Yeah.
And looking back, I see that. But I think at the time, I was just like, Star Wars is back, baby.
Yeah.
But looking at like the state of Star Wars now, I think they've realized their mistakes. Mandalorian season 3 was mid. I don't think it was bad because there were good episodes. But they ruined it with like the Lizzo and the Jack Black episode.
Yeah, that takes you out of that because it's just like that's not Star Wars.
No.
Star Wars is just it makes it just doesn't feel right. Yeah.
So that was okay. I didn't watch the Mandalorian Grogu movie. Maybe it's good. I've heard it's. Andrew said Andrew's a huge Star Wars fan, and he said it was a good movie. It's just nothing great.
He said it's Mandalorian season 4.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like if they took every episode and it's just like they go here and then they do that thing and then they go here and it's just like I don't know.
Maul was really good though. But Maul had me on a big Star Wars kick for a little bit.
Yeah.
And lately, I'm just talking about lately. That's kind of bringing me back. There was Star Wars Theory put out a Vader video, like fan film, animated, incredible, absolutely incredible. There's just been some Star Wars things here and there recently that have been like, okay.
Now I did go see Revenge of the Sith in theaters again.
Oh yeah,
and it still holds up.
Yeah.
I remember when I left that, when I sat down to watch that, I was like, I'm really afraid I'm going to hate this because of just how everything has been. I loved it. It was a great theater experience. When I left, I was like, that was great. The new poster they made for it was really cool.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is great. I think they should just leave it alone. If they want to bring it back, let it rest. That's what I think personally.
I think there's things you can still do with it that are an interesting story. I think nothing you should do should touch the original trilogy. I don't know. I think there are still good stories to be told. And I think now, I'm going to sound like an old man for a minute. I think now that Kathleen Kennedy is gone, I have more hope for Star Wars.
I do too. Yeah, because The Mandalorian Grogu was like one of her last projects. So I didn't like her either because it felt like she would just double down. It's that Marvel thing too, where it's like, oh, that's a bad. People hate this. Well, let's do it times 2.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. As a media person and as a content creator, you have to kind of adjust with what people like. you know. And
Right.
if people don't like what you're doing, you need to make a change, or people just ain't gonna, you know. I don't know. It's about the fans, right?
Right.
The fans they're the ones who show up. They're the ones who buy the toys. They're the ones who buy the clothes and all the stuff. Like, and they're the ones who's gonna come see it. I mean, I've seen Spider-Man Brand New Day 3 times.
Have you really?
I did. I watched it on Saturday and Sunday. In an
Wow.
IMAX. It was great. But those are the people who keep showing up.
Right.
If you just do what you think is best for money and you don't care about what you're making, then like you don't deserve to have your stuff being
No.
bought. You know, like it's not fair. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we make this show because we love the people we make it for,
Right.
and we love doing it together.
Yeah.
We're not doing it for money. If we got paid, that'd be great, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's just that's the mindset people need to have, that that these companies don't have.
Right.
I don't know. Side tangent. Sorry.
No, it's absolutely true. I just what I want you to do with Star Wars. I want you to watch Maul
Okay.
and give that a chance.
Okay.
And then if you like Maul, I want you to watch. I also want you to watch the Star Wars Theory. It's not canon. It's just a fan film.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's so well done that I'm like, that makes me want to go do something Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah.
And but Maul is probably some of the best Star Wars stuff I've seen in years.
Okay.
And that's not. I don't even. That's some of the best Darth Vader stuff I've ever seen.
In Maul?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know that's a spoiler,
Okay.
but it is so good. I love seeing Vader as like this imposing threat. Like Darth Vader is the epitome of the perfect villain,
Yeah.
and that he's what inspired Doctor Doom. I don't know if you know that.
I did not.
When they were making Doctor Doom,
Uh-huh.
or Doctor Doom inspired Darth Vader. So that's what I meant. Is that Doom inspired Vader? Not
Okay.
Vader
Okay. Okay.
inspired
Sorry.
Doom.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
My bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would hope they would do that justice in Doomsday. But I love seeing Vader as just like this imposing threat that like little effort is ever made. Like the scene in Rogue One at the end.
That's one of the coolest
it's
things
incredible.
ever. Yeah.
There's a moment in Maul, and I'm going to spoil this for you.
Okay.
A moment in Maul where like Maul's team is like trying to leave, and you just see this one lady like run out, and she's like, "There's something in the woods," and it's like misty and foggy. It's a monster. And you just hear, and she gets pulled back, and they're like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
And she like gets dragged back,
my
and you just
gosh.
hear.
Oh. That's cool.
And you don't
Yeah.
even like see Vader.
Yeah. You just.
And that's how the episode ends.
Oh.
And I'm like, that is so good. And
Yeah.
then just, oh man, the last episode of Maul. I'm gonna nerd out right now.
I was going to say, I see that firelight up
It's
in you.
so,
You're like,
it's
you know.
so good. I watched it at work, so if my boss listens,
You're fine.
because my computer at work is the curved monitor,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it looks so good on there, and it's just seeing Vader fight Maul is such a good fight.
Oh, man.
You gotta watch it.
I
And
think-
Vader like barely tries. He's fighting like 4 people and barely tries.
Yeah.
Like barely putting in effort.
He's just, you know, yeah.
It's so good, man.
I'll give it a watch, and
Okay.
I'll.
I would
add it,
rather
you
you
know.
watch that than Spider Noir.
Okay, because I gotta watch. I gotta get all. I
Yeah.
gotta watch. I gotta read Transformers. I gotta read Geiger. I gotta watch. I have a lot to do. I got a lot of homework this week now. Now that
Yeah.
all my other homework is done,
Right.
this is next.
Okay.
And we got to prepare for something else coming
We
this
do.
week. So, do you want to announce it, or do you want me to?
You announce it.
So we are going to be doing. We're going to start doing. So we have our normal. Usually, what we're kind of how we do our things is we kind of plan our weeks with like, oh, this is a big week for us, or like, oh, like for example, next week I have like one book coming out, so like we're not going to record because we don't have enough to talk about. So we're going to start filling in some spaces between our episodes with retro reviews. So and we're going to go back and we're going to review some of our favorite comics from the past that we really like. So you're going to get the best of new stuff, and you're going to get like, hey, we're going to go back and revisit this book. And our first book is going to be Go Down Swinging, The Amazing Spider-Man, issues 797 through 800.
Yes.
So we're going to review those because those were some of our favorite Spider-Man moments of all time. We're going to review it as a set, so we're just going to sit and review the whole all those books, and from 797 to 800, because that was a huge time
was
for
huge
us.
for us.
Written by Dan Slott. so that's going to be our first retro review, and we're going to have plenty more. So like, I'm going to have some stuff I've definitely wanted to go back and revisit. Donny Cates Venom.
We are going to
and
eventually.
You have some stuff you want to do. So this is just where we wanted to start because this is our collective. Like that is the book.
But that was also the book. Real quick, and this is probably spoiling what we're going to talk about. That was also the book we were barely friends for maybe a month or two.
That was kind of
the book that was the first comic that we ever read that we like called each other.
Yeah,
I was like, dude,
yeah,
did you read it?
Yeah, that was the first time. So like that was like a significant stamp on our friendship.
Yeah,
you know, so like. It's crazy. Like that is the beginning chapter. So that is going to be the beginning chapter on our show for retro reviews.
And it also fits because August, we started this podcast in February.
Mm-hmm.
We are 6 months in.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we're halfway. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. I haven't even thought like we're going to be a year. I didn't think this podcast would go this long. Honestly, I thought we were just going to do like a couple episodes and be like, yeah, nobody likes it, so we're done.
3 people listen, so. All right.
You know, even if there was one person, you know, if I just saved one person, that would be okay.
But we're pushing 30,000 followers on Instagram.
We are pushing 30, we get a lot of listeners on our
Yeah.
episodes. So again, thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you guys for being a part of this like honestly this journey between like mine and Clayton's friendship. Like, because it's so much all in one. It's our friendship. It's a connection with the community. It's entertainment. It's opinions. It's everything. So it's just like this has been really fun.
It's been lots of fun, and we're so thankful for every single one of you who tune in and listen. I know our episodes are a little bit longer than what we initially started out when we were doing the show, but we appreciate that you come back. You don't just play this looking at the stats, you don't just play this podcast for 10 minutes and say, I'm done. Yeah. You know, you listen, and then maybe the next day you pick up again. Yeah. And like, that's dedication. And we cannot stress how much we appreciate that.
So, I think I'm pretty set on this one. Is there anything else you want to say before we?
No. Just want to reiterate also that, if send us some fan mail, you know, there's a link in every description of the episodes. You can click to send us a mail. You can email us again at beyondthepullist@gmail.com. You could DM us, and you might possibly get shouted out on the show.
Yeah, we'll start reading them out, or, so just let us know what you think about us, and
And that's it. And I'm going to borrow that Mary Jane variant.
we keep looking at it. She's staring at us, and it's menacingly.
I'm going to show it to my wife.
You need to show her the video first.
I will. Okay.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Again, tune in next week for our review on Go Down Swinging. And then after that, we'll do another review on our more Queen in Black and all that other stuff. So this has been Beyond the Pull List. I'm Paul.
And I'm Clayton.
And you've been listening to Beyond the Pull List. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.